le monde. C'est parti, ça commence direct. Et j'ai pas capturé les fenêtres. Vite, vite.
It's known as Cathedral City, the metropolis on the Rhine, or simply Köln.
Donc c'est la conférence Xbox à la Gamescom 2026. Cette année, en 2026, on fête les 25 ans de la marque Xbox de chez Microsoft. Donc ils vont présenter une série de jeux, dont Fable, Gears of War, E-Day. Donc on va regarder tout ça, les amis. On va mettre les sous-titres pour ceux qui ne comprennent pas l'anglais. Mais bon, c'est les sous-titres en anglais. Ils ont mis les sous-titres français. Alors, la console Xbox, c'est quoi ça? La spéciale 25 ans? Je crois bien. Elle est stylée. Ouais, il nous présente Halo Campagne Evolve hein, qui est sorti cette année. Il y a le mois dernier, ce mois-ci je crois. Je sais pas si on m'entend bien. Xbox Series X 25 Limited Edition avec Halo Campagne Evolve.
One of the many cool things that we unveiled was the Xbox 25th Anniversary Collection with a translucent green Xbox Series X and Xbox Wireless controller. And this limited edition collection celebrates 25 years of Xbox. Time flies. But since then, I think it's fair to say that fans have been eager to learn how to get their hands on these. And today we're excited to share more and also give you a closer look at what makes this collection so special. And joining me now are Scott Van Vliet, our Xbox Chief Technology Officer, and Carl Ledbetter, Head of Design for Xbox Devices. Welcome guys, welcome to Gamescom.
Henry, thank you for having us here, man.
Yeah, thank you. It's my pleasure. And Scott, in particular, welcome to Xbox, because you only just joined us a few months ago as our first ever CTO. Why don't you break down for us, what does a CTO actually do?
Yeah, well, first, I've been a fan of Xbox since day one. Owned the original console, was an early beta tester of
J'étais un fan de la Xbox depuis le jour 1. Je en possédais l'origine, la console originale, et j'étais un early bêta testeur en 2002. Et j'ai eu mes fesses envoyées en l'air sur Halo Combat Evolve. J'ai passé des nombreuses heures à jouer. C'est un honneur incroyable et une opportunité incroyable. Maintenant, dans ce rôle, je commence ma carrière en tant que engineer software, builder of device, grandes expériences pour les joueurs. J'ai inclus la construction du hardware de la Xbox dans l'écosystème des développeurs. Traduit très mal.
Carl, you've been here a little bit longer, right?
I've been here a little while, yes.
Yeah. You come with the furniture now, I think.
Yeah, I think I need my own anniversary.
Alors lui, c'est Carl Ledbetter, Head of Design de la Xbox.
Having been at Xbox since the beginning, like one of the first products I worked on was the design of the controller S.
Donc il avait en charge le design de la. En tout cas, c'était le design de la console, la Series S.
Bingo. So the first challenge we have is how do we get the controller to fit in more hands? So the response
comment le challenge c'était comment avoir la manette qui s'adapte parfaitement à la main.
A lot was made of how much data was captured just to make sure that it fit even more hands. So the fact that that's like a through thread since the beginning of Xbox is really cool to see. It's something that's continually iterated on. That's awesome. Well, before we dive in and learn a bit more about this incredible collection, Scott, you've got something you wanted to share?
Alors, est-ce que vous avez quelque chose à partager avec nous?
Starting tomorrow, our fans will be able to pre-order the 25th anniversary collection of our device.
Donc vous pourrez télécharger, précommander à partir de demain la version 25e anniversaire de la console. C'est génial. Vous kiffez? Mais il y a un petit truc sympa en plus. Les pré-orders commencent aujourd'hui.
That's amazing news. So
pour l'Early
check your
Access
emails as well at home.
Pre-order.
Maybe you're one of the lucky
Dans vos
ones, but
emails,
if not,
regardez bien.
check back with us tomorrow and you can get your own one of these, which yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Is there anything else as well that is particularly exciting about
Ou alors c'est pour les early insiders, enfin ceux qui...
In addition
Je sais pas.
to the console and the controller being included in the collection, pre-orders will include a copy of Halo Campaign Evolved.
Donc
in
du
the
coup,
box.
les pre-orders, ceux qui précommandent la console et la manette, donc évidemment avec la manette, vous aurez une copie de Halo Campaign Evolved, la nouvelle, le remake.
Customers and our players can choose to pre-order that device, the 25th anniversary special edition controller, starting today.
Nice.
Et on peut précommander la manette aujourd'hui également, toute seule. Donc ça, c'est ce qu'on devait savoir pour demain. Alors, parlons de ce programme incroyable. C'est clair, ça a l'air incroyable. Déjà, ils nous ont présenté tous les titres qui allaient être présentés à la conférence en titre, en première page. C'est un peu dommage parce que ça gâche la... Enfin, moi, ça m'a gâché un peu la surprise. Merci Scott. Nous avons mis notre cœur et notre esprit dans le design de la console, revenant 25 ans en arrière. C'est vraiment un moment vraiment très spécial. Nous avons commencé l'aventure avec les joueurs. Voilà, la Xbox originale édition limitée était exactement la même, en mode translucide, on s'en souvient, hein, c'est vrai. Donc nous avons trouvé un moyen de faire la chose, de rendre la Xbox Series X dans le même design. Et nous sommes très fiers d'avoir été capables de faire ça. Et il y a quelques easter eggs, à vous de les trouver. Explorez et vous trouverez des trucs spéciaux.
We have a special exploded view display of the Xbox Series X25, and on that one you can see around the fan shroud Master Chief's helmet. He's molded
on peut voir le casque de Master Chief sur le ventilo de la console, mais ne faites pas attention, ne faites pas ça chez vous, mais à moins que vous soyez un peu connaisseur. Ça n'a rien de spécial de démonter une console, mais il faut faire gaffe, hein, ça peut vous faire sauter la garantie, etc. Vous y prenez mal, je ne sais pas. Oui.
And you'll see that the Xbox button, we lit up the X shape in green.
Nice.
Donc le bouton X, le bouton Xbox de la console allume la console et la marque X s'éclaire en vert sur la console et sur la manette. Est-ce qu'on peut parler un peu plus de la manette? On a parlé tout à l'heure du contrôleur. Ouais, donc là, les boutons sont les mêmes couleurs, la marque 25e anniversaire, le logo Xbox à l'arrière de la manette.
And then for those of you who know, the controller S actually had the
il y en a
ABXY,
qui on peut aimer. Hein.
But it had the
Après tout, moi aussi, j'ai eu une Xbox, j'ai même eu les deux.
They were
Pas eu la
white
série,
and black, and those later in life on the Xbox 360 became the bumpers. So what did we do? We made the bumpers in that same
les gâchettes,
black.
vous avez vu, il y en a une blanche, une noire.
Yeah, bringing me back 25 years.
It's awesome.
Oh, it's so wonderful.
So, so those are some of the design details that we did. We actually did one more thing.
On a fait une chose supplémentaire.
Each one will be laser etched and numbered.
Ah, chaque console sera aura un numéro de série écrit au laser, je sais pas quoi, gravé au laser. Il y aura la 117e. Alors, je ne sais pas si c'est une référence à Halo. Ou là, j'ai pas la ref, hein, sur le chat, si vous avez.
Congrats, guys. You've really done a great job. And if you are at Gamescom, definitely check out the Exploded View. I'm kind of intrigued if I could get one like that and then maybe just put it together myself, because I'm a bit of a tinkerer sometimes, but you know, yeah, I'll let you know. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here, guys. Thank you so much for sharing all those details about the Xbox Series X25
Merci de
and
nous avoir
of course the
partagé avec
Xbox
nous
25th
ces détails
anniversary
sur la Xbox
controller as well.
25e anniversaire.
Get that reminder in your calendar so you don't miss the pre-order window. But hey, maybe check if you're one of our most loyal gamers and you got that early access email as well. But coming up, the Crazy Taxi World Tour continues with a jaunt through Germany unlike any other. But then we swap the pickaxe for a sword with an all-new game demo for Minecraft Dungeons 2. But Minecraft Dungeons 2 isn't the only big game coming to Xbox, with Gears of War E-Day, NBA 2K27, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and Grand Theft Auto 6 all on the way. Xbox is truly the best place to play. But first, you're a raccoon leading a gang of trash pandas in all-out mischief, mayhem.
Ce que je vous disais hier, mais normalement c'est ce soir ou demain que Netflix présente le gameplay, Rockstar présente le gameplay sur Netflix. Enfin le trailer, le nouveau trailer. Alors, c'est quoi ce jeu? Le gang. Manger des déchets, c'est ok. Intrusion dans un appartement, faire un vol. Ou un raton laveur. Ou un blaireau, je sais pas ce que c'est. L'exterminateur. S'échapper. Éviter de se faire capturer. Contre-attaquer. Libérer des amis. Ça m'a l'air génial. Échappez-vous. Alors, j'ai mis un logo spécial 25 ans, hein. Je l'ai étiré, donc c'est pas très beau. Wishlist Now, PC et Game Pass. J'ai pas vu le nom du jeu, mais ça doit être genre éclatez-vous avec des héros. Alors, faire le tour de l'Allemagne. Crazy Taxi.
And there's no better way to explore this vibrant land than by car. Experience historic villages,
Attention DMCA, est-ce qu'il va y avoir du offspring?
sausages, fantasy castles, magical holiday markets,
Alors là, on a les...
pointier castles. The charm and atmosphere of the natural beauty is only beat by the colorful locals you'll run into along the way. These interactions can be quite magical. Naturally, no trip to Germany would be complete without a visit to the famous Autobahn. So, what are you waiting for? Explore Germany today.
Explorer l'Allemagne aujourd'hui. Bêta test fermé. Le jeu arrive en 2025. Alors il va y avoir du Minecraft 2, donjon.
It's a beautiful scene with the seasons changing as fans wait their turn to get hands-on with the demo. You can see the booth is celebrating the brand new dimension from Minecraft Dungeons 2 that was announced last week, known only as...
Ah, coupure de son.
Gameplay, and there's no waiting in line for you. Charlie's got the controllers warmed up and ready for a live playthrough with 3 of the minds behind the game. Charlie, take it away.
C'est parti, on va faire un peu de gameplay.
When it premiered back in 2020, Minecraft Dungeons was called the perfect introduction to dungeon crawlers for beginners and a breezy adventure for veterans, and a great couch co-op too. So here to bring us the next chapter in Minecraft Dungeons, please welcome Minecraft Dungeons 2 creative director Mons Olsen, executive producer Andreas Skoglund, and production director Nathan Rose. It's lovely to have you here, guys. Collectively, how are we doing? Thumbs up?
Directeur production, etc. etc.
Thumbs up. potentially the most important question of the whole day, okay?
Alors,
What kind of games is
incroyable,
Minecraft
Mans,
Dungeons 2, and how does
je
it
viens
build
à
upon the
vous en
world of
premier.
Minecraft?
La question la plus
so Minecraft
importante,
Dungeons 2 is
quel
an
est,
action RPG set
quel
in
est
the world
ce jeu?
of Minecraft.
Expliquez-nous.
You fight familiar enemies,
Minecraft
new
Dungeons
enemies,
2,
you
c'est
collect
un
lots of treasure,
RPG
and
action
you can do all
dans
of
le
that
monde de
together. So you
Minecraft.
play up to 4 players,
Tabassez
either
des
couch co-op or
animaux
online play,
familiers
or
au
just
monde
mix
de
the two
Minecraft.
And co-op's a huge element
Vous
of the
pouvez jouer
title,
en coop à
yeah,
4.
amazing. And we're seeing such amazing footage here that we've
Le jeu
seen
est
already.
plutôt
But
beau.
one of the things I really want to dive into, because we have a live demo today, how very
Coop,
exciting,
c'est super
is
cool.
the character customization, because this has evolved
On a
quite a bit
la
since the
customisation,
previous
il y a une
title,
démo
right?
Yeah.
aujourd'hui
So we're seeing the new
qui drop.
inventory here. There's a
Donc
few
vous
things
pouvez
that we have
l'essayer
done
sur
to
votre
it.
Xbox si vous en avez
The
une.
armor slot has been split
Sur
up
PC
into
également,
one from the
j'imagine.
first game into 4 slots.
Love
Helmet, chestplate, leggings, and boots to
Just
match
like Minecraft.
regular Minecraft.
Ah, j'espère,
Yeah.
je pense.
And more loot gubbins to
Exactly.
pick up.
More loot,
Donc,
more
4
ways to
slots.
customize.
Exactly.
We've
Pour,
added a new
les 4
item
persos,
slot called
j'imagine.
talismans.
non, 4 slots pour les armures.
Bonuses that specialize you in a particular playstyle. So if you want to customize your
On a
playstyle,
ajouté des
you
nouveaux
put these.
items appelés
You see that some of
talismans.
these have
Et les talismans vous
experience
donnent
if
des
you go
bonus
up to one of the
passifs.
equipped ones.
Si vous voulez customiser votre
They level up
style
with
de
you.
jeu,
So as you play the
vous,
game,
vous pourriez
as
mettre
you
ce
invest
genre
more
de
time
choses.
into it, these talismans upgrade and become stronger. And for example, there's the
Elle
tasty
level
mode,
up
which
avec
gives
vous.
you, a wolf
Les
companion that
talismans
fights along.
s'upgrade et deviennent plus forts. Et pour, par exemple, vous avez l'os, je sais pas quoi, pour sûr.
Exactly, we have
C'est
this
un
idea
grand
that
élément
you
dans
are
Phase.
what you wear.
Oh, I love that, Mons.
Vous choisissez un caractère, vous
Nathan's
choisissez
going to go
son
upgrade
type
some
de
of his
classe,
loot at the
etc. Bon, il
blacksmith.
n'y a rien de
Some
nouveau.
of these have slightly lower item
Je
power,
vois pas
so
où
if
c'est
you
pourquoi il
just want to
s'éclate,
bring
j'ai
them up.
loupé un truc.
Beef 'em up a bit.
At the blacksmith, you can
Alors, on
also,
va
like,
upgrader un truc de loot
the gear spawns with random effects,
chez le
and you can
forgeron.
swap those out as you like.
Okay.
So you can spend the special currency called the echo shards to re-roll
Comme
your effects that you have
l'armure,
on your
avec
gear
des
to
effets
specialize.
So you
random,
can still grind for like the legendary style, like
avec
the look of the
une
loot
monnaie
that you want, and then you
spéciale
come
dans le
back
jeu.
here and refine it with this additional currency.
Right.
Wonderful. Okay. So what are we
Vous
going
pouvez
for
grind
here?
pour le
What are
style
the options?
légendaire,
Oh,
et vous pouvez revenir
I
en
think,
arrière.
we have a build that has a little bit of everything set up.
Okay.
On a une build avec un
Okay.
peu tout, un peu tout débloqué,
So
quelques
the melee weapon here is unique. It's a
deux,
very
trois choses de
powerful
débloquer.
item, that has additional like melee boosts of different kinds.
Alors,
You have a set of
l'arme
feats
mêlée
that
est
buff,
unique,
like companions, so
très
things like the
puissante,
wolf.
un
Yeah.
item
Do
très
you want to
puissant
go look at some enchantments?
qui
Ooh,
Yes.
yes, definitely. So
donne,
talk us through the enchantments. If there's anyone who hasn't played
des
the first
boosts
one,
de
how
mêlée
does that work in the world of Minecraft
pour la
and
mêlée, pour
Minecraft
l'action de
weapons?
mêlée.
So to further specialize your gear, you can put enchantments on it.
Vous pouvez mettre un
So you
charme
collect
sur
enchantment books out in the world.
vos armes,
This is a change from the first game.
votre équipement.
Where you had
Le gear, c'est
enchantments
l'équipement,
built
je
into
pense.
your gear. And now instead, you collect these books and you can apply them as many times as you like to whatever gear that you like. So,
Oh, wonderful.
Nathan, take your pick.
Okay,
Vous pouvez
on my main
collecter
hand
des
weapon.
livres.
And what does that do? Weapon attacks deploy 2 mines that explode in proximity. Ooh, that does sound very good. Great ag control on that.
And so now,
Voilà.
whenever he does jump attacks, also new
Maintenant,
to the
il
game,
saute à chaque fois.
Okay.
or combo attacks, swing multiple
Il
times.
peut taper par terre, incroyable. On n'a jamais vu ça.
And as a personal favorite, I could also see on the bar at the bottom that the firework arrows are back, right?
They are indeed.
They are my favorite thing. So I played this game obsessively with my family. With like it was the first game really that my daughter got into with the couch co-op.
manière
Really
obsessionnelle
came to us
avec
here.
sa famille.
We even gave it a nickname. If you guys are interested in hearing a little, you know,
Yes.
maybe well, you can rebrand it. We called it Minicraft Dungeons.
Oh.
Let me know if it
I love
sticks in
that.
the office.
No, it's
I
good,
imagine
it's good,
it
it's good,
doesn't,
it's good.
but
We
yeah,
love that.
I loved it. And
Should we head out
Yeah.
into the world
If
and
we
get a
can
few
make
more
my
players
dreams
in?
come
Alors,
true.
ne nous fais pas chier, meuf. On va
So
regarder
we're
le
gonna travel
monde.
to an outpost
Non,
in
c'est
the
pas
forest area here, and then
I'll start. I'll gonna
Alors,
choose this guy.
on peut
Beautiful,
choisir
okay,
des
and
personnages.
here we go. I'm gonna go
Donc ça, c'est des
for
personnages
you.
qui sont offline.
Lovely.
and I'm going to pick a character as well.
Beautiful.
Et
Here we go. And very
on
quickly,
peut
that
jouer
map was an interesting thing.
à
Instead
4.
of going on to a specific
Pour
place,
voir
the
player 1,
table,
player 2,
choosing
player
a mission
3,
and moving over.
player
This
4.
interconnected world is brand new, right?
Collecter du loot,
Right.
looter.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Andreas, actually, do you want to talk us through any of the other new elements that are coming along?
C'est excellent, c'est génial. Franchement, je vais l'acheter.
Sure. So
vais m'acheter une
what we
Xbox.
did is that we took the original Dungeons 1
Non, je déconne.
and we listened a lot
Mais,
to
voilà.
the community,
Alors.
what they loved about it, and we smacked the big old layer of freedom on top of it.
Alors, on a mis
So
tout
we
ce qu'il y avait
want
dans
for
le
Dungeons
jeu
2
original,
that players
le
have
premier.
the freedom to play the game they want to. So Mons talked about, you know,
you are what you wear. So
T'as
depending
le...
on how you equip, you can play the game you want to.
Oh, my loot's in the sea. I'll get that later.
Ah, mais ce titre, il est pas
And
rapide.
also you have the freedom to explore. Because our world is a big interconnected world, so outside
Ah ouais, d'accord, ils sont en train de jouer à tous les 4. Donc dans des mondes interconnectés, a lot of things, vous pouvez faire beaucoup de choses dans des donjons générés procéduralement. Vous avez la liberté de jouer avec vos amis, oui, on a compris. Nous avons mis beaucoup d'emphase dans la construction de votre équipement en outil. La chose exceptionnelle de travailler dans une séquelle, donc on a mis tout ce que les gens aimaient.
Is there one feature in particular that fans were really
I mean,
wanted the
Mons
most?
mentioned it. We
Oh
jumping
dear.
is a big one.
I've got ya.
But
Someone protect
all in
me.
all, we really want the game to be approachable for new players to the sub.
Ils ont mis le jeu accessible pour les nouveaux joueurs, oui,
But also have a lot of depth to returning players.
Les joueurs grandissent et de nouveaux joueurs arrivent aussi, c'est normal. Enfin, bref.
The mini inventory.
C'est des jeux, hein.
Oh, look at
S'amuser.
that. So,
Ah, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
Hold on, what do I press to get that?
the D-pad up button.
The D-pad up.
Yeah, so in the first game, you had
Donc
to
on a l'inventaire qui est
inventory
disponible en
management.
appuyant sur le
take it in
bouton D-pad
turns,
haut.
yeah.
Dans le premier jeu, on avait l'inventaire, la gestion du manage de l'inventaire. Oui, c'était un feedback que la communauté nous avait très à cœur, donc du coup, on a donné un mini-inventaire.
That's really good. We also have this guiding line. If you're ever lost in the world, you can just press the button here.
Really
and know where to
accessible.
go. Yeah. So we're
Va être sympa à jouer, hein.
over to
Comme truc à tuer, comme truc à...
Okay.
Ah ouais, elle a fait une AOE là.
It's usually a mon's move. And another improvement in this game is if multiple people revive at once, you revive faster. So that was something we were doing there.
That's really cool. I also wanted to ask as well, so I'm looking at what I've got equipped down here. What's this candle?
That's the creeper candle.
The creeper candle.
So,
Alors,
like a creeper, it
la
explodes, you put it
bougie
down,
du creeper.
and then after a little while it explodes and it takes a bunch of enemies with it.
Okay,
Ça
perfect. Right, I'm going to
explose
test
et
that up
vous
on
met
the
à terre.
next adventure that we have.
bien.
In fact, I'll tell you what, let's, while I'm
Et
waiting
ça
for
emmène,
some
ça
cool
emporte
innocent fools to
quelques
put my
ennemis
creeper
avec.
candle on, let's talk a little bit more about discovery and exploration and what makes this game as fantastic as it does. What's it like to expand this world even further for fans?
Alors, pourquoi une nouvelle suite? Est-ce que c'était juste pour étendre l'aventure?
We didn't enter it, but that leads to a randomly generated dungeon.
Oh, okay.
And so you can enter those to find special currency, these echo shards that we use for enchanting and for upgrading the merchants in town. You can also get that currency by defeating soul corrupted mobs.
Donc on peut récupérer enfin ouais, voilà, je vais pas traduire, mais ils peuvent récupérer la monnaie du jeu en tuant les ennemis du jeu, évidemment. C'est pour les bébés, quoi.
We should be seeing some of the special currency pop up.
Oh, what are you
Voilà.
doing?
Ah,
Great work.
voilà, donc ils sont entrés dans un donjon qui est généré procéduralement.
Okay, and so we're just gonna walk up this tower and find the
Who's going to be up
C'est
here?
Lego en mode Minecraft.
let's see.
Okay, all right.
Mais bon, après, c'est son public, hein.
Nathan, I wanted
Moi,
to ask
j'approche
you
pas,
about the
mais-
evolved co-op experience.
Mais c'est coloré,
as well. We
c'est
spoke about
joli,
it a little
c'est
bit, and
marrant.
obviously we can see it on display here, but we mentioned it at the top. Co-op is such an integral experience to Minecraft Dungeons 2. Can you speak a little bit more about what that's like to bring it together and what it means for the title?
Yeah, absolutely. A big change that was made between Dungeons and
Vraiment,
Dungeons 2
changement qui a
around
été fait
couch
à
co-op
ce
is the
jeu,
ability to join
la capacité de
a online
rejoindre
multiplayer game within a couch co-op
partie,
group. So say if you're at home playing
multijoueur.
with your family and you have an
Si vous
open
êtes
spot for another player, you can matchmake and grab another player
Vous
from
pouvez
the
faire du
internet to join
matchmaking
your
et
couch
si
co-op.
vous êtes en train de jouer avec votre famille, il y a un joueur qui
It was
peut
a big
rejoindre
change
votre
that was
équipe.
really necessary and something that our fans have been asking for.
Yeah,
Et
I can
les
imagine.
fans demandaient ça dans le premier
Kill all them idiots.
Minecraft Dungeon.
Right. Oh, this looks like what?
Donc
oh, the
elle
weather's
était à la
not
ramasse le
good
premier,
either.
hein, donc ils ont fait un 2. Et c'est pour ça que les fans
Non.
sont très contents.
Oh dear.
Non, je déconne.
Well, I think we
Et
have
du coup,
one of those
infamous demo bug here, but
Oh, no.
it's supposed to be a big boss fight.
And you've robbed
Ah,
me from
donc
it, that's fine.
il y avait un boss qui était supposé arriver.
Nathan, do you want to take us to the forest and we can play some of the
Donc
forest?
on va aller à la
Oh,
forêt.
yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, let's talk a little bit about how we're going to get forest, the map, the world, how it all connects together while we're setting that up, please, Mons. This
Right.
stunning.
Alors donc on a la map.
Yeah, so we have this lovely map. There is things to do all over it. As you can see, there's like little indicators of side quests.
Okay. In fact, actually, I think I've just been told that
Ah, j'ai pas
we
mis le
can't see it
stream
here, but
sur,
everyone, there we go. We do have a clip. We had a
sur
little
YouTube,
practice
je vais le
on the
mettre
boss fight.
immédiatement.
So actually, we can just talk over the footage
Oh,
and
nice.
how good I am. I don't think, yeah. So talk us through. Who
J'aurais
are
pas
we
le chat.
seeing here?
Donc
Right,
je
so this is
m'excuse
the Copper
d'avance.
Monstrosity.
Mais
It's a really big boss
sachez
fight
que je vous aime.
that you encounter as part of the story. You're looking for,
Ah ouais, les effets sont
somebody
jolis. Hein.
else,
Bah évidemment,
somebody
on est
called
sur
the
série X.
Supreme Evoker.
Okay.
But actually,
Pour un
as you
jeu.
get here, you instead encounter
Ah ouais,
this
ils sont en train de
giant
latter le boss.
monstrosity, to fight.
Ou alors c'est une
And
démo? Non,
it's
non,
actually
ils sont en train de
quite a
vraiment
challenging
défoncer
fight.
le boss.
This video is making it look easy.
Because we're so good, right?
Donc
Yeah.
voilà, une grosse monstruosité à combattre.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great fight. It was really, really
Donc
fun.
ah oui, ça c'est
And I
une
felt
vidéo,
like
d'accord.
everyone
Donc là
you're
c'est
missing
une
out. We
vidéo
had some
qui
great
montre
call-outs
que
as well,
le boss
everyone
peut-être
looking
a l'air
after
un peu
each
plus
other, after
facile.
the TNT and everything. So again, the co-op comes perfectly
En
into
tout cas, ça
there.
met l'emphase sur
So,
le
do we
jeu en
want to
coop.
touch on where we've landed here? So back into the regular, or are we gonna? Let's have a look at where
Alors,
this goes.
c'est
Actually,
marrant
this was
ça.
really
Hein, là.
interesting when we-
J'adore hein, sur
Yeah,
Xbox et je
Yeah,
crois que sur
talk to us
PlayStation
about
5
what
on
we're
peut
about to
vite
see then.
switch
Right, so
entre
this is right after the fight.
une vidéo que tu es en train de regarder au jeu que tu as
We're
laissé
seeing
tourner.
some of that quirky Minecraft humor in this
Yes,
cutscene.
love that. I'm so glad you've kept that in.
Yeah, we're,
Chez nous,
we're
c'est,
picking up a note block,
contrôle
which is
échappe.
important to the story.
Sur PC.
We'll go into more details on that later, but
Okay.
as you can see, it's that easy to just.
Alors, essaye de.
In the background.
Is there any symbolism with the music box?
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, Est-ce
but
qu'il y a
we'll
des
get into it,
similitudes avec la.
at a
Okay.
future
Ah,
date.
une boîte à
All right
musique?
then. Well,
Oui,
on that
bah
note,
c'est ça.
talking
Ouais.
of a future date, Minecraft Dungeons 2 does launch next month. It's not that
Alors
far
ce jeu
off, guys.
sort
We're excited.
le mois prochain,
Are there any last
en
thoughts you want
septembre.
to share with players before we wrap up?
I mean, saying we're only 1 month out, I think this is a brilliant time to also pre-order our game. Because it comes with
Donc
a
c'est
lot of
un
really
moment
nice,
important pour
you know,
vous pour
items you get with
précommander le
pre-order. I
jeu,
mean, look at this cape.
évidemment.
Cape is
Donc
beautiful.
précommander,
chicken.
c'est le mal.
Yeah.
That's the Soul Chicken Pet.
Oh, I love them. Oh, so sweet. So this comes as part of the pre-order.
Allez,
bonus,
vous
you're
pouvez
saying,
pète
yeah?
le
So pre-order
chicken,
now,
pète
get
la
these
poule.
things, and we'll see you all in a month.
I'll meet you in the interconnected
Absolutely.
world. I'll be
Incroyable.
jumping in all your lobbies.
Une
Well,
feature
thank
qu'on
you
attendait
so
tous,
much
hein,
for
évidemment,
joining me today,
les
guys.
amis.
This was absolutely
Moi,
fantastic.
j'avais
Good
trop
luck
envie
with the rest of
de
Gamescom as well.
pouvoir avoir.
And yeah, thanks again for walking us through this demo experience. But coming
Alors,
up is the day that changed everything. The most
c'est le
important event in
jour
all of
qui a
Gears of
changé
War lore,
tout.
and we're not just talking about the long-awaited reunion of Marcus and Dom. We've got the
Allez,
latest
je pense
on
qu'on
the
va parler de
campaign and what
Gears
Gears
of
fans
War
should look out
E-Day.
for when Gears of War E-Day drops later this year. But first,
Avec Marcus et
let's
Dom.
keep the party going with another world premiere.
Alors, un World Premiere, attention vite, World Premiere. Alors, un hack and slash, pardon.
Odin is waiting in Asgard.
You shall be my final
Que des barbus. Attention.
Save the 9 realms.
Alors, des pouvoirs asgardiens. Ah ouais, donc ça se passe dans la mythologie nordique.
Twist face with the throw
Avec
of
des
your
stats.
dice. You are the last vanguard against Ragnarok. The defenders of... Huh? Oh, it's hard to do it alone. Then rise in Valhalla.
Ok, jouer en solo.
Gather your
Ou en
brethren
coop godlike.
together.
Comme Dieu. Comme God, ouais. Traduisez ça comme vous voulez. Gambit arrive.
Show the spawn of Loki why. You never fight against the gods.
L'ADA est cool, ouais. Ah, Fenrir. Choisi par Odin, chosen by Odin en
Well,
2027.
it's a big
PC
year
et
for
Xbox.
Xbox, and we've we've got a lot going on here at Gamescom. We're celebrating 25 years of gaming, which is apt as we've got 25 games on the show floor.
Alors on a
here, and
25
more
ans
than 40
d'histoire
games in this show
de
for all of you
Xbox
at
et on a
home
donc
to
25
enjoy.
jeux à vous
We've got
présenter
hands-on gameplay and looks
sur le
at
show
some
floor.
of the most iconic franchises
40,
in
25, je sais pas, elle vient de dire
entertainment. And here
40
with me
maintenant.
today is Xbox's expert on the next generation of new tech. Now, I think I prefer him by his
Alors,
other title,
je suis avec
Master of
des
Beards,
experts d'Xbox.
none
Oh
other
là,
than
c'est un bon
Jason
métalleux ça.
Ronald himself.
Alors lui,
Welcome,
s'il écoute
Jason,
pas
how are you?
I'm great. And I'm so
Sepultura,
excited to be here at
je sais pas
Gamescom.
quoi.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, of
Alors,
course. You've been to quite a
Jason
few now. Is
Ronald
this number
lui-même.
10, right?
Jason,
Yeah,
comment allez-vous?
you know, I
Ça
love
va,
coming
je
to
vais bien.
Europe, and you know, not only is it
Merci de
Europe,
me
but Germany
recevoir.
is so important to everything that we do. And so, it's, as you said, it's a really
Pas
exciting year
seulement en
here
Europe, mais
for
en Allemagne,
Gamescom, and we have
c'est
so
important
much
de
going
venir,
on.
d'être là.
You know, last night
Et comme
at
vous avez
Opening
dit,
Night
c'était
Live,
vraiment très
we showed
excitant
a
d'être là à la
new set of
Gamescom.
footage for Gears of
Et nous
War, which I'm
avons
super
vraiment
excited to play in
du
October.
plaisir.
You know, we announced
On en
our
a vu la
partnership
nuit
with
dernière
CD
l'opening
Projekt
Last
Red to bring
Live,
Witcher
que
3
j'ai
to
restreamé sur la chaîne, vous
Battle.net.
pouvez le retrouver dans les
But
VOD,
ultimately, for me,
dans
the thing
diffusion en
that
direct.
makes Gamescom so special is just the fans
Donc
and the
on a eu
community. You know,
CD
this is
Projekt
what
qui a
has made
présenté son
Xbox
truc, qui a
special,
fait
and just to be here in Germany to celebrate with the community and all of these great creators,
qui a
it's just
respecté
such a great
la
time to be at
communauté,
Xbox.
You're so right.
qui a
We've
offert
got
des
a
beaux
lot to
trucs à la
celebrate tonight
communauté.
at
C'est vrai que
FanFest
leur
as
annonce
well.
était
Looking
plutôt
forward to
cool.
that.
Mais bon, on n'a
Exactly.
pas eu
You
de
know,
trailer de
FanFest
Witcher
is
4,
one
je
of my
crois.
favorite things to do. It started here in Cologne, and it's just going to be great to spend time with the fans tonight.
100%.
C'est cool
Can't
de
wait.
passer du
Now,
temps
speaking
avec
of
les
the
fans
fans and also
ce
the
soir.
community, there's a lot of players
Ça
that
commence
take
ici à
obviously great
Cologne.
pride in their gaming collection, especially here in Europe. We know that Xbox players have stacks of physical games. I like to organize mine alphabetically and have a couple of collectors.
Alors, est-ce qu'il va y avoir une take
Doom,
sur les jeux
Slayer
physiques?
and
Je sais pas
Master
pourquoi elle a
Chief
parlé de ça.
looking down, guarding all my precious loot.
Yep.
But there has been a lot of conversation lately around ownership and also rights to the games that you buy. So Jason,
Alors,
what
elle est
do
en
you
train de
make
parler
of
de
that?
ça, des droits de conservation de ce que vous possédez, les jeux que vous avez achetés. Alors, on a une nouvelle feature. Alors, les gens font...
Many players, some have built, bought physical discs, some have bought their games digitally, and many of these games work across multiple generations. And even as technology changes and formats change, your library shouldn't. You know, we have so many special memories tied into our libraries, you know, the moments you played with your friends, and we want to be able to bring those forward, and that's really about our commitment to game preservation.
I mean,
Donc,
that
c'est pour la
sounds great. I
préservation
really
des
love the
jeux.
idea of your
Et on y
libraries
tient
moving
vraiment.
forward with us, but can you maybe walk me
Ça-
through it
ça
a little
sonne
bit?
cool.
So again, I've got a physical game copy on my shelf at home. What do I actually do with it?
Yeah, it's really, really simple. So
Alors, j'ai
most
une copie
Xbox
physique
One
du
and
jeu.
Xbox
Qu'est-ce que je peux
Series
faire
X titles support this. So all you
C'est
have
très
to do is
simple.
just put the disc into your console. You'll be prompted to redeem a digital license, and that
Ah, on peut
digital license
récupérer
will be
une
tied to your
licence
account.
digitale
And so now
pour
you get
pour
all of
son
the
jeu si on a le
benefits of
CD.
digital. So you don't have to put the disc into your console to play the game. If the game supports Xbox Play Anywhere, you can easily play it
Donc,
across multiple
si
screens.
vous avez le
And you can
Xbox
even
Play
do things
Anywhere,
like
vous
cloud
pouvez jouer à
streaming,
votre
which
jeu
you
en
never
ayant
were
fait cette
able to do
manipulation
previously
n'importe
from
où.
a physical disc.
Wow, I mean that
C'est
sounds
plutôt
sick
cool.
and
Ok.
also really straightforward.
Ils sont en train
You
d'aller sur
mentioned
le...
just then about supported titles.
Ils sont en train
What
de
do
se
you mean
prendre
by
la
that?
PlayStation.
Yeah, so we're launching with support for thousands of games, and we'll add more over time. And this is part of why we're launching it with the
Alors,
Xbox
on
Insider,
lance
so that we can
cette
start
feature
collecting
pour des
feedback.
centaines de jeux
And you'll see
et
improvements
on en
over
ajoutera encore
time.
plus
But this is really just when you think
avec
about
le
working
truc
with
Insider
thousands of
Xbox.
games across 25 years of Xbox. Very similar to how we did brought the original Xbox games to
Donc
PC.
on a travaillé avec des
We're just
centaines, des
really
milliers de
focused
jeux
on giving you more
pendant ces 25 années.
flexibility and giving you more ways to play the games
On
that
a
you've
ramené les jeux
had,
Xbox
you've bought
originaux
from
sur
Xbox
PC
over many years.
avec plus de
Awesome. Sounds like a lot of
flexibilité,
ways to play.
nous donnant plus de façons
With this
de
new
jouer
feature,
aux jeux que
nothing's
vous
being
avez,
taken away here, right?
achetés sur
No,
Xbox.
not at all. Your physical discs continue to work as they always have. You can
Les jeux
display
physiques
them with your collector's
fonctionneront
editions
comme
and just
d'habitude.
celebrate your collection. And it's really about
Tu
adding
pourras
more flexibility and providing
te
more
permettre
choice
de,
for you as a
célébrer,
player.
d'avoir
I
ta
mean, I love
collection de
that. You
jeux.
mentioned having a collection that spans loads of years. I know for sure I've got a game or
Là, ils sont en train
quite a
de
few that I would
partir
never
sur
ever want to get rid
le
of.
terrain de
And
PlayStation,
as we approach Xbox's
sur la connerie de
25th
PlayStation là, qu'ils
anniversary,
ont fait.
what are you hoping that players take away from this?
Yeah, for 25 years, players have invested in Xbox, and the players have really
Je sais pas,
been
je
what
crois,
have
c'est ce
made
que je comprends.
Xbox special. And so we're really focused on how do we honor that as we think about the next 25 years of Xbox.
Alors, on est en train de
And
penser
so we just really
comment on
view this
peut
as
rendre
another
honneur
step
en
in
pensant
making
aux
sure that
25
your
prochaines
library is
années
protected
avec
and
Xbox.
can move forward with you as technologies and formats change. And we're going to continue to
Votre
invest in
librairie
game
est
preservation and
protégée
adding new capabilities just to make sure that your library continues to get
aussi
better
longtemps que
as
les
technology
technologies et les
evolves.
formats
Oh my gosh,
changeront
sounds awesome, and
ou
also
évolueront
very exciting as well. Well, Jason, thank you so much for
en
joining
rendant
us and sharing that
votre
with us
bibliothèque
today. And for Xbox Insiders,
là là
this
aussi
feature
sûr que
begins
possible,
rolling
je sais
out
pas.
next week on August 31st, with more details available on Xbox Wire. Coming up, it's the first emergence of the Horde.
Donc allez check avec Xbox Wire si vous avez envie d'avoir des infos un peu plus précises sur ce qui vient d'être dit et de ma traduction qui n'a pas été au top. Et en tout cas, c'est ce que j'ai compris. Hein. J'ai l'impression qu'ils veulent montrer que le digital et le physique ne changeront pas et on vous arnaquera pas sur votre possession de votre jeu, votre propriété. Allez, c'est parti. Un trailer. Ça doit être... Ah, c'est en anglais. Alors, le Black Gold is there.
At last, I've got you.
It seems those fools let you slip away.
Le sous-titre qui est très en retard, c'est souvent.
Last time you had a drunk.
C'est une fille, ça?
This time a cripple.
No offense.
Last time, you ambushed us. We were outnumbered. Today, we set the trap. Knowing that the Lodestar Swordmaster wanted the Black Gold, how could I not be ready? Ever since that day, my only goal has been to find you. And to kill you myself!
After all this time, you've still learned nothing. Serving yourself up like this, what a tragic waste of poor Han's sacrifice.
Ah, bagarre. Alors, attends. Oula. Avec une... Je vais reload la page, parce que j'ai l'impression... Attends, ça va aller vite, hein. Désolé. Voilà. Tac. Attendez, on a le chat qui s'affiche. Je suis sur le stream officiel, hein, donc vous inquiétez pas, sur le stream officiel de Xbox. J'ai le droit de rediffuser, donc j'ai demandé la permission à la Gamescom, au site. Et c'était juste parce que j'avais l'impression que le jeu saccadait ou que le flux n'était pas au top. Ah ouais. Et là tu passes en FPS. Oh, ça c'est joli par contre. Là, juste avant c'était moins bien. Les cheveux blancs. On est beaucoup plus joli comme ça d'ailleurs. a mis un territoire. Ah ouais, il a contré tout. Ah ouais, tac. Ouais, on a compris. Hein. Non, c'était infini quoi. Joueur de Dark Souls en PLS. Je vais regarder tout ça. Enfin, tu verras, c'est moins galère que 3 phases d'attaque. Ou plus. Ah, n'oublie pas, il y a le futur Game Show aussi que je rediffuserai. Le Indie Game Show. Alors c'est à 19h. On se retrouve à 19h également. Alors, bon. Ok. On censure un petit peu. On est en Allemagne. Hein.
The Skyward City is moving. Artificers, what do you want? Huh? I see now.
Le méchant. Je suis méchant.
Used me as a pawn.
Je saigne.
You won't get away.
Ah, et pendant ce temps. Ah ouais, non, c'est les potes. On se bat contre le truc. Là. Ah. Pas du 60 Hz, hein. 60 FPS. Même si on sentait que c'était fait exprès, mais ça avait l'air un peu trop saccadé à mon goût. Alors c'est quoi ce jeu là? Worldwide Players Over 100 millions? Ah, c'est Where Winds Meet, d'accord. Qui arrive sur X, sur Series X.
Gears of War fans have been eagerly anticipating Gears of War E-Day since it was announced in 2024. And here to chat a little bit about everything they've got going on at Gamescom this week, from the Coalition, please welcome Studio Creative Director Matt Cersei and Studio Art Director Arian Hambeck. Guys, welcome. Thanks for coming and joining us.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
Le studio de Creative Directeur Matt Cersei et le studio Art Directeur Arian Hambeck.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Alors,
yeah, that story trailer,
le jeu a été présenté hier au Electronic Night Live.
A bit of a love letter to the game, to the fans.
Le trailer de l'histoire, quand on fait des trailers, on écrit une lettre d'amour aux fans. On voulait vraiment montrer une campagne que nous n'avions pas pu montrer avant, au préalable, mais aussi notre histoire sur l'origin story entre Dom et Marcus, la bromance.
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah. So Vrak is Locust Commander, you know, in the Locust Army.
Il a l'air un peu
closely, you can see that he's got a lot of shit going on his face. You know, he's missing an eye. He's got burns on his arm. So all that happened during the Lambent Wars. So he's seasoned. He has kind of a private army that follows him around called the Scorched Legion.
Yeah.
So they're, you know, into self-mutilation. There's lots of really dark, kind of nasty stuff that they do to themselves and to the citizens of Sarah. And I think overall, Vrak just represents he's like the personification of the brutality and the actions that they do. They just want to kill everything they see. including
Ils
the
veulent
swarm.
juste tuer tout ce qui se présente à eux. Donc profiter d'un méchant. Je vais dire c'est pas très développé, mais bon, on s'en fout. C'était sympa. Moi, je suis preneur. C'est beau et on s'éclate bien. Après, je fais pas la propagande des jeux violents, mais c'est plus 18 ans. Il y a 40 piges.
A little bit of our beginning of Act 2, so it just kind of starts the morning after E-Day. The squad has just come together, armored up, and they get sent on their first mission.
Le début de l'acte 2.
So we get to play a bit of that. It's got this classical kind of gears. You're supporting another squad, going toe to toe with the Locust. It's actually a subsection of the campaign preview that we just got to see get released online. A bunch of video and press coverage of that came out, which is a little bit larger. That goes a little bit past what we've got the show floor, but everybody here gets to get their hands on it. They get to hang out with the squad and some fun new characters as well.
I actually had a lot of fun this morning watching people like Shadows and Hollow who were playing early. I was like, it looks so good. But all through the background of this mission, we can see a lot of the kind of details of the city of
maintenant on voit plus la différence.
Can you tell us a bit about what people are going to be able to see around the world to kind of really help build that environment?
Yeah, absolutely. So for the first time ever, you're playing a Gears game in a city that is alive. You know, every other game has been destroyed, everything's been destroyed. So that provides some really interesting opportunities and challenges. You know, we really need to think about what was happening in the place when this event happened, and life just got suspended, you know, in one shot. So I think
essaie vraiment de savoir ce qui s'est passé quand
there's lots of storytelling from something simple as a piece of paper on the ground, what's written on it, to what's, you know, there's a meal that someone was eating when the locust came out of the ground, to more complex set pieces where there's a bunch of dead bodies and maybe they got dragged somewhere. So I think, you know, it does pay to slow down just a little bit while you're playing the game and look around and just really take in all the detail that we've really loved putting into the game.
You can also see in shots like that where you get glimpses of this whole city, which we built. We built the whole city, which is really cool. And there's this battle going on everywhere, right? So you see helicopters go by, you crisscross with other squads, which is what's happening in this mission. Just this kind of vibe that there's always a battle sort of raging across the city and you're just weaving your way through it.
Yeah.
I think also one of the things we do have to touch on, and you'll see this throughout the gameplay you're watching, it's like the destructible environment. It looks incredible.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Gears has always had destructible cover in it. We've taken it to a few different steps here. You know, you see some larger buildings come down at different moments in the game, just to make you constantly realize that not only is the immediate area around you, you know, having a battle in it, but the entire city. Whether it's a block away, you can hear gunfire, you see a building come down, you see a little block of a street go down. It's all happening live as you play the game.
Now,
tout se passe en direct alors que vous jouez au jeu. Il y a des événements, de toute façon c'est des trucs scriptés, mais
Hey, yeah, of course. So co-op is
je peux faire mon rabat-joie.
I think it's one of the unique things that Gears has sort of woven into every part of it. You know, our story is about squads overcoming the odds together. We've got modes like Horde Siege that are about multiple squads of 4 coming together. Of course, we've got PvP, which is 4v4. So campaign's got 4-player online co-op, 2-player split screen on console. All 4 players in the squad are playable, all 4 characters. And I think it's one of those games that it plays great on its own, but it just sort of comes to life when you're there with a friend, you know, your ride or die buddy, like Marcus and Dom.
Brode, rien de spécial. Après le jeu, voilà, ça va être un environnement différent et puis on va s'éclater à défoncer du locus.
It's great experience.
Yeah, you see it a few times, like if you get down, like Dom coming to save you.
Le point c'est bien ça, hein, ça se passe avant, E-Day, ça se passe tout avant. Parce que là le Marcus il a l'air jeune, hein, c'est ce qui me semblait. Hein. Hier quand on regardait ça.
Yeah, I'm so excited like to hop on with the rest of the Xbox One team. There's all 4 of us like kind of flying our way through. It's going to be a lot of fun. But one of the other things in what I really like about Gears is there are multiple ways that you can approach scenarios. Like this is a bit more of a linear mission that you've said in the past. But what ways are people going to be able to approach different like situations they're going to come across?
Quelles sont les façons dont on peut approcher
definitely a little bit more of a linear mission, but even within this mission on this bridge, you know, we've added a bunch of verticality to the game. It opens new flanking routes. You can climb up cars and trucks. And then this mission specifically, at the beginning of Act 2, is sort of leads into this other part of Act 2 on the other side of the stadium that you catch a glimpse of in our campaign preview, where the world opens up a little bit. We give you access to like multiple city blocks. There's a bunch of battles, like I said, going on different corners. You're always on your main objective. And we also add some new mechanics to the campaign. So we have our weapon mod system that people got to see in Horde Siege, and that actually gets introduced as you play through the campaign. You get to find new mods and craft your own weapons and really invest in the gameplay sandbox.
Yeah, now this is actually something I got really excited about when I was like watching through the gameplay earlier as well.
Vraiment vous investir dans le
What kind of
gameplay
mods
sandbox,
are people going to be able to get their hands on, and how is that going to impact like the weapons that they're using?
Well, it's a variety of mods, and some of them do little tweaks to the weapons. You know, they change the clip size or your range, so you can just tweak it to your preference. But some of them are like full-on attachments. Like you can take an Asher and slap a bayonet on it.
Yeah, so it's been really fun exploring. You know, when you use an attachment, some of them have visual representations on the gun, some of them don't. But you end up seeing people with different attachments. The guns can take a little bit more personality, and you start to understand how people like to play and what they like to do with their guns.
Yeah, I also like it goes for the gear as well, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how are people going to be able to like find those like kind of mods to like upgrade their equipment?
In the campaign, that's where the open sections really sort of come to life. There's a variety of ways you can get it. It pays to explore this game. You know, Arian was talking about. There's a ton of environmental storytelling, but we've also hidden stuff around the world, collectibles, mods. We also have side objectives in some of our campaign missions where you can stop to help somebody optionally, another set of gears, some people that are trapped, and you get rewards for those as well. So it's really up to you. If you want to mainline it and do the main objectives, that's cool. You'll find some mods. If you want to fully explore the game, you'll find even more narrative.
Faire les gens en ligne droite
I'm really excited for that, because you can just spend the extra time discovering the world if you want to.
There's good surprises out there.
I'm looking forward to finding. Now, we just had our first look at the Boomer, and that is he is way bigger than people maybe used to.
Yeah, he's massive. There's actually a Boomer on the show floor here.
People are taking pictures with. He stand next to him.
So in the game, the Boomer's 9 feet tall. This is quite a bit bigger than the Boomer's traditionally been in Gears. This goes back to this idea where we wanted to take the things people remember and amplify them a little bit.
PC,
and then it also introduces fun ways for him to enter the battlefield. There you can see.
D'ailleurs, les Gears of War sont sortis sur
PC.
Trailer
that causes a bunch of
une bonne idée,
fire and
une bonne
explosion,
question.
but he also doesn't fit through doorways. So if
C'est
he's
ça le
coming through a
prochain logo.
traditional door, he has to bust his way through.
Pas que
So
Judgment
that just
est
makes it a little
sorti.
more
Je suis même
exciting when
plus
he
sûr.
makes an entrance.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm fine. He's 9 foot. He can't get through here, and he just smashes it through.
Yeah.
Ou alors c'est un jeu
I've got to say his weapon as well, because we all know the boom shot, right? This is like even bigger.
It's a bigger boom shot. Yeah, like the Locust, when we were going back and looking at revisiting old weapons, we always wanted to see if there was something else we could do. So you know, we've got like the prototype Lancer, we've got the heavy boom shot. Means you're really committing to carrying a rocket launcher around instead of just something in your back. It's also opened up opportunities for us to add new weapons like the gut puncher, the cog grenade launcher.
Yeah.
It's like a little more skill use than the boom shot. You could time where your grenades go. So everything kind of found a new place. And we got to make some cool variations of weapons people have seen before.
I love the breach shot as well. I think that's like
fan favorite.
It's one of my favorite things.
It's such a
super
fun.
satisfying.
And the active reloads is popping up on screen there. I just wanted to go through a couple of things, because there's two features, right? One, it's in a different place than some fans may know, but also bullets are appearing a little bit earlier.
Yeah, we put the active reload down in the center screen. We found through our testing that,
dans un endroit différent que les fans reconnaîtront.
they just use it way more.
Nous avons activé le reload, rechargement.
And that's your muscle memory, 100%. There's a setting for that. But for some guns, we also have this per shell reload mechanic, like on the breach shot and Asher. It's really cool because you can still get your active if you go all the way and you wait for it.
Donc on a
but
le
if you need
reload
that extra shot
par
to get out of a clutch situation, there's a
munition,
wretch in your
par
face or in PvP,
charge,
person
par
right up on
recharge.
you can pop a load right into
Par
them as they
nombre de
come at you.
recharges.
Yeah, so it's like a nice way you
Je
can
sais pas, j'ai
kind
pas
of
compris.
change based on the
Ça a l'air
scenario.
exceptionnel.
And talking about scenarios, you find something,
Robert,
as we've
tu
been going through
t'éclates.
this level, You've kind of been
Exactement.
walking into
Et
areas
en
and there are
parlant du
like
scénario,
tons of kind of clues about
donc on
things we may
avait,
have missed or have happened in those areas before. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah.
se déplace
So
dans
one
plusieurs
of the
zones et
main
on
things
récolte
that
plusieurs
we try to
indices.
impart is the brutality of this day. Emergence Day,
Donc,
2/3 of
brutalité
the
de ce
planet gets
jour,
wiped out in one night. So if you kind of pay attention to the
brutalité de ce
corpses a
jour.
little bit, you'll see little storytelling things. The blood trails sometimes
2/3 de la
give you a
planète qui ont
glimpse of what has
été
happened, the pose they're in.
détruites.
So there's a lot hidden in there to check out.
No, I honestly,
Il y a
I'm
beaucoup
so
d'indices
excited.
pour savoir,
A big thank
un
you
peu
as
plus
well
sur
for you guys
l'histoire.
coming and joining us and
Thank
taking
you,
us
absolutely.
through
Merci à
Gears
vous.
of War E-Day. What's one thing you're most
Robert
excited
et
for
Jean.
fans, right, to see with Gears of War E-Day?
Well, you know, we shared a little bit each time here. I'm really excited for people to experience this story. I think
Donc,
this is one of the
j'aimerais
you know,
que les
great
fans,
Gears story. It's all the
je suis
classic
très excité de
vibes
voir ce que
and
penseront
some great
les
new
fans de
characters and some
l'histoire.
really emotional Gears moments tied in with all the
Un nouveau
brutality.
Gears,
I
une
think
nouvelle
people are
histoire
gonna love
Gears
it.
Yeah, honestly, thank you
avec
both
des
for
nouveaux
coming and joining
personnages
us. I really, really appreciate that.
et vraiment
And
des
now,
moments
we
très
are going to head over to Henry for more on Gears of War E-Day. The
plein
Gears of War
d'émotions.
E-Day experience that people have access to here on the Xbox booth.
Alors,
Welcome to the Gears of War E-Day here at Gamescom, where I've actually got artist
on va vous
Luke
montrer
Priest with me to discuss
des
the
guitares
incredible eye candy
incroyables.
is on display behind us. And thanks so much for joining us, Luke.
Thanks for having me,
artiste
man.
et illustrateur,
Welcome to
Luc
Gamescom. It's
Priest.
your first time here as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's really cool.
C'est ma première fois ici. Je vais vous présenter la guitare que j'ai achetée quand j'étais gamin.
Yeah, so I'm an illustrator. I'm based in
Et
the
du coup,
United Kingdom.
je l'ai donné à ma fille qui utilise ses crayons de couleur et je la vends 5000 balles.
So yeah, you know, that's kind of what I do.
And this project in particular is pretty special. So
Yes.
let's talk
Alors,
a bit about that, because I can see that we've also got Gibson
les guitares
here.
spécialement.
That's pretty cool. Talk to us a bit about this partnership.
Yeah, so we partnered with Gibson Guitars, the amazing people at
Customisé
Gibson.
Gears
Yeah, and they sent
of
us
War.
like these guitars. Well, they turned up and they were like from the factory,
Gibson.
so they didn't have the art on, and then my job was
Wow.
to paint this artwork onto the guitars. So.
And if you don't know at home, these are particularly tasty guitars that Gibson have sent you, because we've got
Yeah.
the SG over here, the Les Paul. These are like iconic guitar
very
silhouettes.
iconic. Yeah.
Amazing. Can you tell us a bit then about the design?
Paul,
So what inspired you to really lay down this artwork on top of these guitars?
So what we wanted to do, we wanted to tap into the pillars in Gears, like so the core pillars. So obviously with the Marcus guitar, we tapped into brutality.
Que vous allez adorer
So
ce
that's
moment.
like feels quite violent and kind of visceral, and like almost like very kind of. You know, like we tried to kind of cater it to the shape of the guitar as well. So like you can see like the blood splatter kind of flows across the guitar. You've got the kind of spinning.
Yeah, that saw blade just fits right in.
And the cog, obviously, which ties it to Gears, and then we've got the skull, which is kind of like shattered, so that adds that kind of violent, brutal feel. And then, obviously, moving over to the SG, we've got this is like leaning into Dom, so this is tapping into the kind of pathos pillar.
Okay.
Which is like sort of more like kind of sad vibes and. Yeah, you know, so it's just like, and then we've got the angel wings, which is like the nod to kind of like the kind of Maria tattoo, and then that kind of flows to the shape of the SG.
Yeah, it really like fits and falls into the horns there, which is such a nice detail. I mean, how long was this project end to end?
Each guitar probably took about 40 hours from start to finish, so everything's obviously hand-painted.
D'autres en vente, mais
in my studio
celles qui sont présentées.
40
heures, chaque guitare, 40 heures, peinte à la main, dans mon studio à la maison.
I do a lot of work in the
music
industry as well anyway, so it like just ties in really nicely with that. So
nice, amazing.
So yeah.
But beyond the guitars themselves, and we'll get to the controller in a sec, I do want to tell people it's not just for show, because you can actually get hands on either one of these amazing guitars if you head over to the Gibson Instagram page and you check out their announced post for more details on how you can potentially win one of these. And people here can also scan the QR code if you come down to the Xbox booth if you want to learn how to win one of these incredible, just beautiful pieces. You have brought something else along for us, because there is something else going on in the middle there. So what? Oh, you've got another one.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yes. This is a controller that I worked
Alors,
on. So
la manette
worked with the
spéciale.
Xbox Design Lab on this. This is fully customizable as well, so you can like switch out the buttons and the sticks and stuff and make it your own. Yeah, and this is tapping again into the brutality pillar.
Yeah, I'm getting that brutality
so
vibe
it's
straight
the
away.
vibe, and it's just try to make it feel super iconic and just have that. There's like the lanterns in there, the skulls. It feels really violent and
absolutely.
Yeah, just taps into that kind of that vibe. So yeah,
mate, I think you absolutely killed it with these designs.
Thanks,
thanks so much for showing us and talking us through it as well. If you want to get your hands on your own one of the E-Day limited edition Xbox Design Lab controllers, you can grab those beginning September 30th. So check out xbox.com for more information on that. I will definitely be doing that. Thank you, Luke. I hope you have a great Gamescom. But there's quite a lot going on here, so we're going to have to pop off and see what else we've got going. Come on with me, because the rest of the booth over here that we've got, this entire segment, you can see loads of people queuing up right now to go and actually play Gears of War E-Day. So E-Day has officially landed here in Cologne. This is particularly cool. We've got custom PC built in partnership with NVIDIA GeForce RTX. We've got the nice COG logo there on the cooler. I mean, just looks unreal. So if you're in town, come and check everything out. And then what you're going to want to see,
en partenariat avec NVIDIA.
Benny was not kidding when he said the boomers are huge. But besides the boomers, we've got a couple of other buddies that we want to be talking to, because joining me in front of this incredible statue and one of the many photographs we have on the Xbox booth is Senior Product Manager at the Coalition, Noah Benish, and GeForce Evangelist Jacob from NVIDIA to chat with us about Gears on PC. So, hello guys.
Alors, il arrivera sur PC.
Is this your first Gamescom, or are you veterans at this point?
Second Gamescom for me.
Second?
For me, I don't know, probably third or fourth, maybe.
Okay,
maybe more.
Who's the guy you brought with us as well? Is he going to say anything?
He can say something.
You're kidding.
He can say something. Would you like him to?
We could do that, yeah.
Ah, il peut parler. On va écouter le boomer parler.
We should talk shop though, because Gears on PC
Avant tout, j'aimerais vous parler de... Ah, le voilà.
That's cool.
That thing's really awesome.
That is. I would
Can I take that home?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think
I don't think it'll fit in your carry-on.
We'll make it work. But tell me a little bit then about
Gears
Gears on PC, because everyone here is checking out the game.
Absolutely.
We have Xbox players who are really excited. It's another console exclusive, but on PC, we've got some pretty cool features to talk about.
Alors, on a des features cool sur
what
PC.
exactly have you been working on that is
Qu'est-ce que vous avez,
exciting for
sur
PC
quoi
players?
vous travaillez?
Well, Henry, I think broadly the most important thing to know is that Gears of War E-Day is a game that is for PC players, built by PC players. So for us at the Coalition, at a bare minimum, that means supporting all the features you'd expect from a title like this, such as 32:9 and 21:9 ultra-wide support, including 21:9 cinematics in the campaign, extensive mouse and keyboard rebinding options, variable refresh rate, on-cap
donc le support du 21/9 pour les écrans, du rafraîchissement variable pour le FPS,
with advanced graphics technologies.
pour la fréquence.
Last night we were so excited to announce that in partnership with NVIDIA, we have integrated deeply Mega Geometry into our game.
On a intégré, avec le partenariat d'NVIDIA, on a intégré le méga géométrie. Je ne sais pas ce que c'est. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Parle-nous de ça, Saïd. Alors, le RTX méga géométrie, je suis super excité de vous le présenter. Grâce à RTX méga géométrie, je ne sais pas ce que c'est. Support les nani. Donc vous aurez ajouter du tracing et de la géométrie tracing, meilleure réflexion, ombre, plus immersive. Vous aurez 50 à 100 fois plus de détails géométriques avec le RTX géométrie. D'accord, ok. C'est une nouvelle feature, ça, je sais pas, on va sûrement la prochaine mise à jour. Des cartes NVIDIA. Il faudra attendre le Gears of War E-Day pour bénéficier de ce truc. Il sort quand en fait le jeu? Et normalement, à la fin de cette fin d'année là, ça va être à la rentrée, ça va être. Ça se trouve, il va sortir en septembre. Donc voilà. Donc on a 20 postes avec sur PC. Avec la puissance des cartes NVIDIA, disponible ici à la Gamescom. On va se voir une bière après. Alors, donc là, la version PC présentée par GeForce NVIDIA RTX. Ah, ça sonne. Ah, là, là c'est déjà un peu plus lourd. Ah, déjà, le stage là, il m'énerve parce qu'il n'y a pas de.
when the locusts first come out of the ground and start attacking.
Ah donc voilà, ça commence à l'Emergence Day, le jour de l'émergence, donc quand les locustes sont arrivés. Ouais. Donc,
Gears of War is probably best known as an Xbox franchise, but the PC has always
toute la fidélité visuelle à un niveau qu'on n'a jamais atteint. Probablement meilleure franchise qu'on puisse apporter à la Xbox, à PC, au PC. La communauté PC est incroyablement importante pour nous. Moi-même, en tant que PC gamer,
high detail geometry, heavily using nanite and lumen. We're going to be one of the first titles to use mega lights.
Gears of War supports hardware, ray trace, lighting, shadows, and reflections. This shows up in so many different ways. A great example is our PNC. This is an environment that has TVs that have dynamic lighting coming off them and bouncing off the scene.
There's a lot of dynamic elements to the game.
Il y a des télés qui ont des lumières dynamiques.
Tickers. Watching them run through the level. You have this little glowing creature casting dynamic shadows all over the world, casting real-time illumination, but don't watch them too long, they'll blow up on you.
It's really noticeable on the muzzle flashes on our guns, as you get this burst of flashing light and all the shadows that get cast off it.
Ça c'est géré.
And we can have dynamic lights that sort of flicker. You can build this sense of tension. And use lighting as a tool for visual storytelling and gameplay.
Je pense qu'ils en ont quand même fait bénéficier de la Xbox Series.
Real-time reflections, something that's very cool for us. We have some really cool elements in the game that are nice and shiny.
As you shoot glass
donc
and
on pouvait tirer sur les vitres, elles éclatent. C'est vrai que c'est encore un peu plus beau.
All of that is dynamic in real time, which of course you wouldn't have
en
with
temps réel.
traditional lighting techniques.
Avec des ray tracing, des réflexions ray tracing, de translucidité. Réalisme, celle-là c'est beau, c'est bien plus fluide.
Or our ludicrous spec PC settings, we push ray tracing even farther.
En mode ultra,
ray trace samples, more rays,
spec
but
PC,
also RTX
on a poussé
geometry.
le ray tracing encore plus loin.
We're going to be the first Unreal Engine title to show RTX
avec le RTX méga géométrie.
This is really exciting because we're a very nanite heavy title.
Nous sommes les premiers sur l'Unreal Engine à montrer cette technologie très excitante.
Mega geometry allows us to use the same level of detail that we're using for nanite as our ray tracing basis.
It pushes the visual ray tracing to a higher level than we can achieve with Unreal Engine's technologies out of the box. You see some of the examples of foliage or shadow detail that is just crisper and has more fine detail in that shadow.
J'arriverai pas à RTX, elle y arrive, mais... Je sais pas, enfin bref.
And as well, things like barbed wire, things that were just not possible to represent with the amount of triangles that we had available to us, all of a sudden look really nice.
Our environments are incredibly dense. We have 100 times the geometric detail in our game than anywhere else. And be able to work with NVIDIA and bring mega geometry to this game really is going to show what games are going to look like in the future.
Et ça va être ce que le futur du jeu vidéo sera avec la méga géométrie. Le DLSS et les autres super sampling, les autres techniques de super sampling nous permettent en tant que développeurs d'avoir des techniques avancées de graphisme.
We also support dynamic multi-frame generation, allowing you to push to the highest frame rates possible.
La génération de frame dynamique.
Reflex lowers latency and improves the responsiveness of our game.
It's something we think is very important, especially in a multiplayer environment or a very competitive game. You want to make sure that you have your enemy in focus and your reticle over them at all times. We want a nice, smooth frame rate, and we want that ultra responsive input latency.
On veut un frame rate super cool, super
what we wanted to make sure we're delivering
efficace,
for E-Day players.
Avec des inputs super
frame rate versus resolution. We want all of that choice available for players.
I'm an ultra-wide player. I have really pushed the team to make sure that we are showing up
intéressé par le HDR.
We have full support for native.
Vous avez l'ultra wide résolution, l'ultra étendu avec le 21/9e, le 32/9e. Trois écrans, 4 écrans, je sais pas. Notre benchmark, c'est quelque chose de très important pour nous. Cela montrera les analyses faut faire dessus.
And working with NVIDIA,
les
who
tests.
share the same philosophy with us, we've been able to bring features like
C'est pour ça que j'ai mis les sous-titres, hein, n'hésitez pas à regarder les
RTX
sous-titres.
Mega Geometry, DLSS,
Pardon.
Reflex.
Donc
For
DLSS,
players, this means
Reflex,
delivering an
RTX Mega
experience that
Geometry.
feels like they're playing a movie with the real-time performance that you expect in a high-end game.
Pour que les joueurs aient l'impression de jouer à un film dans un jeu aux performances incroyables. Allez, on passe. Ah non, ça, là c'est un FPS, c'est quoi ce jeu? Ah, Rébellion. World Premiere. C'est quoi, c'est Stalker 3? Stalker 2. Alien Death Storm, d'accord. C'est marqué en haut à droite. Ah, c'est beau.
Alert. Power output unstable.
Alien Death Storm. Ah oui, c'est pas une... Si, bah si. Non. Ça n'a rien à voir avec Alien, non. Non, je crois que ça n'a rien à voir avec Alien. 2027.
I love it when the title of a game so purely matches the gameplay. And here to break down what we just saw and give us an exclusive first look at what fans can expect in-game for Alien Death Storm, please welcome Rebellion's head of design, Ben Fisher.
Alors,
welcome.
Ben Fisher.
Ben, it's so good to see you. I mean, it feels like only yesterday we were hanging out at the
Head of
pub,
design.
chatting Amfall, and it seems that you and the team have been pretty
Cool de
busy
voir.
since then as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to work on a load of different games at once, but we learned some cool stuff from Atomfall about sandbox freedom and
Vous
giving
avez
the
été
player
très occupé par
non-traditional ways of
le
doing
jeu
objectives.
Atomfall.
We fed that straight into Alien Death Storm.
Ooh, I love that. Now, on that topic, Amfall, congratulations. It's been a huge success for you
Donc,
guys at Rebellion. I hear it has a lot
félicitations.
to do with maybe Benny and I's characters' face scans in the game, but you know,
I reckon so, yeah.
we won't take too much credit here. You mentioned there about applying that into Alien Death Storm. Can you break that down a little bit? What from the project have you brought over? What design elements can we
Sure.
look forward to?
So the main thing is that
Qu'est-ce que
for
vous
all
avez-
Rebellion
qu'est-ce que
games,
vous avez
we
fait
value
pour ce
giving the
projet?
player clear objective, I think sandbox freedom and how to achieve it, sort of systemic game design, that sort of thing. We don't usually choreograph specific gameplay experiences, but build a possibility space for the player
un
to take
design,
control. So
un
exactly
design
that
de
same stuff
jeu,
has come across Alien
systémique.
Death Storm.
C'est pas un
The
jeu
new
de
challenge
comprends.
for us has been combining that with horror gameplay, because horror gameplay is normally quite handcrafted, but I think we found a secret
nouveau
formula
challenge
that
a
really
été de
makes it
faire
happen
un jeu
procedurally. It's very
d'horreur.
exciting.
Secret sauce, very exciting.
Et normalement,
I'm really excited to see it. So should we get
on a trouvé
started?
une forme
Wait a minute.
secrète.
Wait, now I'm ready.
La rendre vraiment procédurale.
You'll find out very soon.
Little bit hidden in the trailer, but should we hop into and check some gameplay out as well?
Let's do it.
Alors,
Let's do it.
voyons, avant, regardons un petit
It will come
trailer.
up.
Let's go.
Here we go. Now, this
Un petit
is the
extrait.
Megastorm in full swing.
Ça,
What
c'est
are we doing here?
le...
So you play as an engineer
L'orage,
who's been
le
called
méga
into an
orage,
off-world
méga
colony. The colony's gone dark, there's no
orage.
signals coming from it. You think you're
Storm,
there to
c'est
do a
tornade.
repair job to help
Non,
sort
c'est
the
vrai
colony
que-
out, and as you explore, you discover that people have gone missing, the situation's getting worse. You're trapped
Alors, la
there, and it's a
situation devient
desperate fight for
de pire
survival.
en pire.
Now
un
the game
peu.
balances, like I said, the combat intensity of like a sort of horror shooter
Alors, l'intensité du
with
combat.
investigation and discovery. So you're, as an engineer, you're kind of exploring the situation, finding out what's happening.
Alors,
And
il y
as
a
you do so,
une
the
balance,
storm
il
is
y a un
tearing the
équilibre
place
entre
apart. So you're
le,
fighting to survive at the
le
same
shoot et
Can you break that
l'investigation,
down a
l'enquête.
little bit further? The engineer's role, that's a pretty specific choice there. How does that come into play with gameplay?
Well, we wanted to give you a framing that meant that you felt like a sort of an everyman doing your best to survive. So you arrive there with a load of tools, including this giant sort of hammer here, you know, to do a bit of percussive maintenance to try and get the place up and running. So instead of doing traditional objectives where you're told exactly what to do, instead we've got a system
Au lieu de faire
that we
des
call
objectifs
Squire that you use
traditionnels,
to kind of diagnose the situation and figure out what's
vous
going
devez
wrong. So what we can see
diagnostiquer
here
la
is the
situation,
player exploring around, testing out the locations, trying to see what's
tester
happening
des
and trying to
localisations,
piece together in their head how this
explorer,
how
et
to
tout
tackle the
autour.
situation in front of them. So this is a
Essayer de voir ce qui
nuclear
se passe.
reactor that's in the early stages of meltdown, and they're going to try and diagnose what's wrong and try and fix it. So the player has to be observant, they have to engage with the environment, piece together clues that kind of frame them as a detective figuring out how to solve this stuff.
Very interesting.
That just scared me. I was not expecting this alien to collapse.
Well, good.
I was just having a look at the HUD, right? And like stuff is popping up on the HUD all the time. Can you tell us a bit about that and like what players can see on the screen?
Sure. Well, we want to give you lots of anticipation before a fight kicks off, because as you're exploring, you know, you're making a load of noise, you're causing a load of mischief, and that's going to attract some attention. So there's a tracker at the bottom of the screen that gives you pings of nearby movement. It'll get scrambled by radiation and things like that. So it's like a multi-purpose tool to help them explore and understand the situation. So combined with Squire as a way of doing objectives, it makes you feel like you're there to do a job and you've got to like piece together and survive.
And who's the voice that we keep hearing as well?
Yeah, that's Squire. That's giving you little clues of what to do and how to explore, but never directly tells you exactly what to do. It's kind of like having Clippy in your pocket. You know?
I'm a big fan of the naming Squire. That's very fitting. How many iterations did you guys have to go through for that name?
Well, we always like to give things a kind of uniquely British twist, a uniquely British flavour to it, and it feels like a nice little friendly friend in your pocket kind of thing. So it seemed like a natural fit.
Squire.
Exactly that, yeah.
Awesome. Now, in the footage as well, I can hear some of the music making that tension a bit more buildable, and you mentioned some horror scenarios too. How can fans of horror games expect Alien Deathstorm to fit into their spooks and scares like Benny did with from Rebellion?
Well, I think this is one of the most exciting parts of the game, because the jump scare that got you there might not happen for another player.
Oh,
it's all tuned around the player's exploration, the player's experiences. So, you know, as you're making a lot of noise and you're exploring, you might be attracting unwanted attention. You get a nice long bit of anticipation before the horrors turn up. But the fights and the encounters will be different for every single player.
So it doesn't matter how many times you've gone through it before, you might never be prepared for what's about to happen.
Exactly.
That's class. Now, looking at the objective as well, right? Right now, we're trying to repair and restore power to the reactor, right? What else is around him? What other kind of resource or enemies are we keeping an eye out for? Because in the trailer we saw a lot, and right on cue.
Yeah. So the player here has been poking around, attracting attention, and that's spawned some enemies because they heard the sound and they came to.
Les ennemis qui auront entendu les bruits que vous faites.
Yeah. So there's a balance, there's a tension between scavenging for resources and trying to understand the situation, but you're going to be attracting attention to yourself, so that the fight might get worse.
Is that risk versus reward all the time? You're like, actually, do I have enough, or should I just go straight for the objective?
Exactly
nice.
That, yeah.
We saw a couple of different scary looking guys there as well. Have they got different names? What kind of different enemy types can we expect?
Yeah, so there is a range of aliens throughout the game. In this demo here, you'll see scuttlers there, you'll see other ones called soldiers, but there's a load more that sort of unlock over the course of the game. But as devs, we don't even know exactly what aliens will be and what encounters, because it's all procedural and dynamic.
Wow, that's very exciting.
And to defeat these aliens, right, we're going to need weapons, just like what you've got on the desk. What weapons are players going to have in Alien Deathstorm?
So there's a good range of weapons. You'll only see, I think, 3 of them in this demo. And they're all very kind of grounded, real-world weapons, because we felt like that kind of that suit the tone, that kind of gritty, grounded sci-fi environment. So you'll see an SMG here, the shotgun, a pistol that's always got ammo. And you can upgrade and tailor the weapons to your personal playstyle. So as you explore, you might find things like a holographic sight to help you aim the gun, and you might choose that that's your playstyle, you might prefer it.
How does that actually work for weapons, the upgrade system in Alien Deathstorm?
There's workbenches found throughout the game, and you sort of collect crafting materials as well, and blueprints for the various parts.
Very good. Do you have a favourite weapon that you want to talk about so far?
I always love a shotgun.
Nice. Can't go wrong there.
So let's hop back into the world a bit, because Rebellion games have always had a great reputation for like exploration, discovering and looking around for like new attachments. How does Alien Deathstorm encourage players to venture off the beaten path, especially if you're going to be like potentially running into more aliens for doing so?
Yeah, well, we strongly believe in player freedom, and like part of the fun of it is finding your route through the environment and choosing how to engage with it. So there is that risk-reward, that balance of trying to find those resources and survive, but watching out for threats. So one of the ways that we tackle that is we try and make each environment you explore have a kind of internal logic to it. So this is like a space reactor, and I don't know about you, but I've never been to a space reactor myself. But we try and make sure it's got a kind of clear signposting, clear exploration, so that you can either explore everywhere for resources, or you can sort of get a quick understanding of where you're supposed to explore. But we leave it completely up to the player.
No, I always love like going on exploring, because it's like an Atom Floor. I spent so long trying to search for Morris's hairline, which is just, my character was made bald as bald can be.
I don't know, it's pretty accurate. Sorry, that was hard. I mean, we've got aliens, we've got nice alien guts to look forward to as well. But what other challenges, like that one, can our players look forward to?
That's class. Yeah, all the best games have got a white visor, but right. So you saw that there, but also if you're out in the storm getting pelted by the elements, you might have to wipe to be able to see what you're doing as well, which can lead to some really tense, exciting gunfights where you're trying to juggle visibility while shooting the aliens and trying to survive. So it's all about that kind of immersive, gritty, make you feel like you're really in the suit.
Yeah. That was something about Atomfall that we really enjoyed, is collecting just everyday items. It really grounds maybe the players, or especially for me, it feels like that. So having to deal with a lot of nuisance you wouldn't normally in real life or in video games is nice touch. Very good, Ben.
It's also very helpful for putting together a cool trailer as well. Like it's the perfect transition.
Yeah, nice swipe transitions.
Now, we've said this a few times as well, like, as we're getting into these fights and the weapons that we're using, what else helps make each encounter unique that you're running into? Because you've said a few times that you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so behind the scenes, as well
Est-ce
as
qu'il
the
va les
player
snobber et
kind
juste
of
montrer un
making a
trailer,
little
ça
noise and
serait
exploring, we can fine
quand
tune
même
to encourage encounters in certain situations, to kind of build set pieces a little bit. You know, there's a balance between dynamic and making sure that you have those high points. But we absolutely don't know with each time what encounter you're going to hit. All of the spaces are designed so that no matter what kind of encounter you get in them, it's going to be an interesting fight. And as you blend different kinds of aliens at once, your strategy has to become much more complicated.
I bet that must be quite a challenge when there are a variety of them around like this, swapping weapons or tactics.
Yeah, so a lot of the fun in the game comes from splitting the player's attention between trying to solve the puzzle of the environment and then having to deal with unpredictable aliens coming from every direction.
Et il y aura des aliens
qui
viendront de...
Some of the equipment that you have access to, because we just did a stim there as well.
De direction.
Yeah, so in this trailer here, you'll see stims and grenades as a couple of pieces of equipment you've got. There are more to come in the full game. You can also throw flares to light up the environment ahead of you.
Nice,
and like kind of what are kind of the right now, as we're kind of making our way through the level, what else should players be looking out for?
Well, at this exact point in time, looking out for the alien that's jumping at their head.
Okay, we made it to the reactor as well, is that right? Very cool.
So you never quite know when the fight's going to cool down, or if it's going to bloom back up and you're going to have to encounter more aliens, so you've really got to keep your wits about you. And in this space here, you can see that the tracker has, the scanner is noisy.
Yeah.
You know, so because you're near a reactor, it's messing with your equipment, so you lose a little bit of health.
Ah ouais, bah comme dans Alien.
So you're going to be unaware, like, exactly where aliens are going to be coming from. Also, with these big fights kicking off, what are some of the like most effective like tactics that players could like kind of use to get those situations? Because you obviously want to try and thin the horde down at times, so you can then go back to like exploring the area.
Yeah. So a lot of the time, like this encounter here, you can see that, you know, there's a fight has kicked off in this space, but the player can still do a runner if they choose to. So you've always got the opportunity to reposition and choose a best place to defend yourself. And you hear the aliens coming with a lot of notice before they actually arrive, before they start climbing down the walls and piling out the air vents. So you've got lots of time to choose a spot that you think is defensible. Doesn't always work.
That's very smart.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that looked pretty busy there. Lots of enemies swarming us at once. You mentioned some tactics, but I don't know if I would maybe be up to it on my own. Would it be okay to ask Benny to give me a hand finishing those aliens off, or?
Well, one of the great things about all of the fights being dynamic is that if you play through with another player, you'll get a completely different experience again.
Et vous aurez une expérience différente si vous jouez avec un autre joueur. C'est plutôt cool, ça promet un jeu différent, une expérience différente à chaque fois.
Ben, thank you so much for sharing that with us. It was always a
Incroyable.
pleasure as well.
Merci de nous avoir partagé ces moments de
Spring 2027 as well, players.
Lots to look forward
to.
Well, enjoy Gamescom, Ben. And for us here, this year marks 25 years of Xbox. And for many of us who have been playing since the beginning, it's a special moment. For me personally, my first ever console was the OG Xbox that I got for Christmas. Back in 2003, I had Kung Fu Chaos, Project Gotham Racing, and Rayman 3. But playing Xbox games has actually helped me cultivate a whole bunch of my interests outside of gaming. In fact, I was really obsessed with SSX 3, the snowboarding game. So much so that I took up snowboarding in real life. So I'm very happy to be here celebrating 25 years too.
I did that as well and then went face first into a hut. It was a disaster. But you know, but as we celebrate the last 25 years, we can also look forward to what is to come. Like the world premieres announced today, Chosen by Odin and Dumpster Gang. Plus, with the biggest games coming to Xbox like Minecraft Dungeons 2, Gears of War E-Day, Fable, EA Sports FC 27, NBA 2K27, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and Grand Theft Auto 6. No matter where or how you game, the best place to play is Xbox.
Now, to throwback making a comeback, this next game is sure to make fans of Persona 4 smile wide. We've got a brand new story trailer as well as a deeper look at what fans can expect when the revival of this epic franchise drops next year. So take a look.
So, are you getting used to it out here?
There isn't much to do compared to the big city, but there is that certain something.
C'est un remake de Persona 4 ça? J'ai pas fait le Persona 4, ni le 3, ni le 5. Le 5 j'ai commencé.
Small town shrouded in fog and mystery. The nicest thing about this
town has been the peace and quiet. N'hésitez pas à utiliser votre Prime si vous avez une pub là, ou utiliser AdBlock.
Treating this as part of a serial murder case.
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel? On a rainy night, you look into a TV that's turned off. When the clock strikes 12, someone else will appear on screen.
Really? An urban legend. Not even a kid would believe something that stupid.
The time has come to open thine eyes. Call upon power within.
No.
Super Saiyan épisode. Ah ouais d'accord. C'est avec un stand déjà.
No!
Faites pas ça.
I'm your shadow. And there's nothing about you that I don't know. I don't believe you.
À l'intérieur.
You're not me! Does it seem like that world in the TV has to be related to Senpai and Yamano's deaths?
Are you saying people who appear on the TV die?
Whatever's going on here, we're getting to the bottom of it.
Qui sur cette télé, cette émission? Persona 4 Revival, ok. Le 18 février, ah ouais, c'est dans longtemps.
皆さんこんにちは。ペルソナスタジオゼネラルプロデューサーの和田和久です。先ほどご覧いただいたストーリートレーラーではペルソナ4リバイバルの新たな姿をご紹介しました。本作は静かな地方都市を舞台に連続殺人事件とそこで次第に明らかになっていく隠された真実を追い求める物語です。しかしペルソナ4は単に事件の真相を追うだけの作品ではありません。その根底にあるのは人と人とのつながり、自分自身についての真実を見つけていくこと、そしてそうした絆の中で紡がれていく人間ドラマを描いた物語です。
Someone in town is definitely kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
これらの対比こそがペルソナ4を特別な作品にしています。明るく青春に満ち、思わず笑みがこぼれるような親しみやすさや人との距離の近さを感じたかと思えば、次の瞬間には不穏な空気に包まれることもあります。稲葉の温かな日常があるからこそ、事件の謎はより強く心に迫ります。そしてその事件を取り巻く闇が深いからこそ、仲間と過ごす何気ない日々がよりかけがえのないものとして感じられるのです。シリーズ未経験の方にとっても、本作はペルソナというシリーズを最も象徴的に体験できる作品の一つです。地方都市で高校生活を送り、人々との出会い、関係を築きながら、一日一日をどのように過ごすかを選択していく。そして日常の裏側には、テレビの中に広がるもう一つの世界が存在しています。そこで仲間との絆が力となって、自らを支える大きな武器となります。日常と非日常を行き来するこの構造はですね、ペルソナシリーズの核となる要素です。そしてペルソナ4ではその体験がさらに深い謎と結びついています。この物語が描いているのは、人が心の奥に隠しているもの、目を背け続けているもの、そしていつか隠し続けることのできなくなった真実と向き合う瞬間です。こうしたテーマこそが今なお多くの方々に愛され続けている理由の一つだと思います。
Je pense que c'est la raison pour laquelle les gens
ペルソナ4リバイバルの開発を始めるにあたって、
Alors que nous avons
私た
commencé
ちが
le
最
développement
も大
du
切にしたこと
jeu,
の
une
一
des
つは、
choses que nous
オリジナ
avons
ル版で多くの方が感じてくれ
tenu
た
à
あの
cœur,
空気感を守る
c'est
こ
de
とでした。
préserver l'atmosphère que les gens
静か
ont
な田舎
tellement
町
aimé,
稲葉の佇
la
まい、
ville d'Inaba,
仲間た
la
ちとの
province
何気ない
d'Inaba,
会話が紡ぐ
les
穏やかな日常、
jours
そして
de
少
paix,
し
la
ずつ
tension
真
des
相へ迫っていく
mystères,
ミステリー
à
らしい
mesure
緊
que
張
la
感、
vérité
そうした要素こそがペル
éclate.
ソナ4の核となるもので
Ce
す。
sont les éléments des personnages.
だからこそ私たちはその魅
Donc
力の
nous
本質
avons
を大
reconstruit
切に
tout
受け
ça
継ぎながら、
un à un
現代の技術
et
や
on a
表
utilisé
現によっ
les
て
technologies modernes
当
et
時
les
感じてい
expressions
ただいた体験をもう一度味わっていただけ
les
るよう
joueurs
一
peuvent
つ一つ丁
expérimenter une
寧に
nouvelle
再
fois
構築しました。同時に
pour
本
qu'ils
作は
puissent
単なる
ressentir ce
リ
qu'ils
マ
ont
スターで
ressenti
は
à
なく
l'époque. Ce
完
n'est
全
pas
な
un
リメイク
remaster,
作
c'est
品
un
です。
remake complet, ouais, d'accord.
リマスターがオリジナルの魅
Ce
力をそのま
remake,
ま
si ce
現代に
remake
届けるものだとすれば、
délivre des
リメイクはその魅力を受け継ぎながら現代のプレイヤーにふさわしい体験として新たに蘇らせるものと言えるでしょう。
Ouais, donc qui plaira aux
私
nouveaux
たちが目
joueurs
指したのは
parce que
ペルソナ
il a
4ならではの
délivré
魅
des
力を大切
voilà,
に
vous avez
守りながら
compris.
現代のペルソナシリーズが持つ表現力や遊びやすさによって本作を新たに蘇らせることでした。そのため、ゲームプレイそのものも
Le gameplay a aussi
現代のプレイヤー
évolué
に合わせて
pour,
進化させています。
pour aller un
ユー
maximum
ザー
de
インタ
joueurs.
ーフェースの改善や
Nous
バトルテンポ
avons
の最適化、
polish
ダンジョン
le,
探索の
entièrement
快
le
適性
jeu,
向上など
l'interface,
ゲーム
optimiser
全体を
le
より
tempo
スム
des
ーズで
combats,
遊びやすいものへと磨き上げました。
le confort, améliorer le confort d'exploration des donjons.
初めて稲葉を訪れる人にも久しぶりにこの街へ帰ってくる人にも自然とこの世界に引き込まれるような体験をお届けしたいと考えています。またキャラクター表現にも徹底的にこだわりました。ペルソナ4においてドラマチックなシーンだけでなく仲間たちと過ごす何気ない日常も非常に重要な要素。
C'est un moment
仲間
important.
同士のたわいない会話、
Les
少し気まずさを感じるやり
conversations
取り、
amicales,
そして突然訪れる緊張や
les
恐怖、
soudains tensions,
そうした
soudains
さまざ
moments
ま
de
な感情の
tension
移り
et
変わ
de
り
peur.
をより自然により身近に感じていただけるよう一つ一つ丁寧に表現しています。
Pour que vous puissiez les sentir de manière plus naturelle.
I don't know. All we can do is trust our instincts at this point.
さらにカメラワークや演出にも細かな調整を加
Et on a
え、
ajusté
何
les
気ない日常
caméras
のワンシーンであっても登場人物たちの感情がより豊かに伝わるように磨き上げました。
pour faire
ペル
ressortir
ソナ
les
4
émotions
なら
des
ではの
personnages.
温かな人間ドラマを大切にしながらキャラクターたちをこれまで以上に身近に感じていただける作品へと生まれ変
Ils
わ
ont
っていま
bossé
す。
tout le jeu. Il était sorti sur PSP, je crois. Non?
If I'm you, when you get down to it, all of this is me.
Alors la musique n'est pas seulement musique de background, de fond, cela crée l'atmosphère de ce projet. En grosse musique. Je suis pas vraiment fan de la musique anglaise dans des RPG. La musique dans ce jeu a été vraiment aimée par beaucoup de gens. C'est pour ça que nous avons créé, tout en préservant le ressenti. Ah ouais, grosse musique. On va le mettre.
原作楽曲の魅力を受け継ぎながら、ボーカル曲やバトル曲をはじめ、全楽曲を現代の表現に合わせて丁寧にリファインしています。さらに、本作の中に数多くの新曲も制作しました。懐かしさと新しさ、そのどちらも感じていただけるサウンドをお楽しみにいただければと思います。さて、ペルソナ4リバイバルについてご紹介してきましたが、いかがでしたでしょうか。今後さらに多くの情報をお届けできることを我々ペルソナチーム一同楽しみにしています。最後になりますが、本作がペルソナシリーズを初めて遊ぶ方には一度の日日常が交錯するペルソナならではの魅力を余すことなく体験していただけると思っています。そしてすでに稲葉市をよく知っている皆さんにも知り尽くしていると思ってたこの町にですね、まだまだ新たな発見や驚きが待っていることを感じていただけるはずです。ぜひペルソナ4リバイバルで霧に隠されたその真実を確かめてみてください。
Allez découvrir la vérité qui se cache dans le brouillard de Persona 4 Revival, qui est à la télé en live. On remet les sous-titres.
Now there are few games more synonymous with beautiful environments, immersive puzzles, and fluid combat than Tomb Raider.
Une deuxième interview s'il te plaît du manga parce qu'on a déjà.
Anniversary, the original, etc. So much that I can still recite a bunch of the cutscenes from memory. I am particularly excited to be talking about this next chapter in the legendary franchise. Here with an extended look at the mysteries of Peru in the new Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, please welcome Crystal Dynamics Experience Director Jeff Adams and Flying Wild Hogs Art Director Arek Tomaszewski. Welcome guys! How are you? How's your Gamescom going?
Awesome, so far so good.
Yeah, good. Fantastic. I couldn't ask for more.
Awesome. I mean, I am so excited, as you can maybe tell, to see what you've got for us today. So set us up, set the scene. What can we look to expect from the gameplay?
So today we're going to be taking a nice in-depth look at Peru. This is Lara when she is on the hunt for the Tomb of Qualapec, and so she has to engage with this iconic location, but it really shows how we are putting reimagining at the forefront to make sure we're preserving familiarity, but at the same time introducing new challenge.
Yeah. Now, Jeff, you literally just said reimagining versus like a remake or remaster. Can you tell me a little bit about what that means to your team as well as for the players?
Absolutely. In a nutshell, reimagining means preserving things that make those iconic locations recognizable. We want to make sure that we're preserving that core DNA, but we also want to make sure that we're finding new ways to introduce new challenge, new surprise, new delight for our players. And so therefore, if you're a new fan who's never played before, you come in and you just see a really cool game experience. But if you're a fan who's played before, like yourself, we want you to come in and actually have that first play experience all over again.
That sounds great.
Et vous aurez l'expérience
d'essayer ce jeu comme the original one are a bunch of memories. So we want to recreate those memories for the new players and just
Et on a voulu retranscrire les anciennes mémoires que vous avez du jeu pour les anciens joueurs.
Can we dig like a tiny bit deeper into your answers as well?
Sure.
How important, or maybe even how challenging was it to strike that balance between nostalgia as well as new, exciting experiences for new players?
It's a delicate balance, and I like to say it's a combination of an exciting opportunity to get a chance to get under the hood and really kind of see what we can do, but it's also an incredible responsibility because we know that there are people that have so many strong memories. Like Lara's become so part of people's personas in a lot of ways, that we want to make sure that we're really making sure that those fans are seen, but at the same time we're also giving them a chance to actually experience something new with the character. And so we take it very seriously, and everything we change or everything we modify, we do because we feel like it's basically what the original developers of the game probably were getting at, but they were just constrained by the tools of their time.
That's beautiful. Have you found the same experience, Eric, as well? The design looks incredible.
Yeah, I mean, what we wanted to do, for example, with art, we wanted to bring back the same color palette. So like when you squeeze your eyes, you can see the, the original game, and just bring this subconscious idea throughout the game. But also we want to keep the key elements from the original one. So we're trying to be, like Jeff said, being super respectful to the OG, but then bring our own flavor.
Du travail original.
I can't wait to spin my eyes then and look at the game. That's so smart. I never thought about that before. Well, can we take a wee look and see what it's all about then? What you guys have been up to?
We will allow it.
Thank you. And here she is. Oh, such swagger she's got.
Yeah, you see that familiar silhouette come into the light, and you just instantly get the hairs in the back of your neck standing up.
I mean, speaking about hairs on your neck, this looks absolutely incredible. Eric, talk to us about, well done, and congratulations to you, the whole team.
Yeah, it's the team's work, but what we're trying to do is being authentic to the place that we are bringing people in. Because basically, Lara Croft is archaeologist, so the places she discovers and she explores, they need to be real. So in this example, we dive deep into Incan culture and architecture in Peru, and also the plants and everything, with the idea of bringing back the original feeling. So we've done what we could with the... We've been authentic to the Peruvian culture, but also we bring, it's a game, so we want to make it fun and beautiful.
Yeah, it's really... When we dove into it, we're like, okay, the cog puzzle is such an iconic part of that game. I'm going to say iconic a lot because we are dealing with an icon. So, but let's say they're memorable water cooler moments that people remember so well. But in a modern gaming sense, like we have an ability to create a higher believability sense of immersion. And so when we really kind of step back and we look at it for what it is and how we try to make the gameplay feel naturally seated and believable in the world, but just slightly out of place, like why does this exist? It sparks a feeling of curiosity. And curiosity combined with exploration is like what Tomb Raider is at a core. And so we get it on screen and we hopefully make people happy with it.
Yeah, but also when you look on the cog puzzle, we wanted to make a sense why it's there. So we created a whole narration around it. Like we created this culture that has this ceremony of bringing the cogs together to open the gate to Tomb of Kolopek. So it was really fun to the whole structures and logic and the whole system, why it would be there and how it worked.
I love that.
Like here's a perfect example of curiosity on display. Like Lara gets a beautiful pencil dive into the water after dislodging the roots.
10 all round, by the way. 10.
Oh, thank you. Awesome. But along the way, she's like, wait a minute, I see something out of the corner of my eye. The player drives in and they come into this new space. You may have never missed this unless you took, or you may have never seen it if you had not taken a chance to actually just look around for a bit.
I mean, speaking about looking around, is there maybe particular details that you guys are really proud of or that you want players to really notice in the environment of the game?
From an environment perspective, for me, was the most important. I want people to immerse in the game, and I don't want to break this immersion, so I wanted to build everything with the logic. So everything, all the mechanisms, all the puzzles, they need to be there for a reason, and me and our team, we really work really hard to make sure that every single puzzle, every single obstacle that Lara meets, it makes sense. So, when you dive deep into the environment, into the world that we are playing, it's there because I want to build it, not because the game requires it to.
And we don't want the environment to feel like it's a heritage site. I mean, we're in the wild. This is a lost city, lost to time that we're discovering. And as a result, we have the opportunity to kind of do some storytelling tricks where we can actually say, hey, this is a culture that evolved in isolation for a while. So how do you preserve what we know about Incan culture, but at the same time, give it a uniqueness to say, hey, it's unmistakably Tomb Raider, but it's that way because they just evolved in isolation for a while, and when you play the game, you're going to find out why.
Yeah.
And then you can have a lot of fun with the overgrown aesthetic, as well as obviously some of the dirt that Lara's picked up as she's traversing through these environments. That's sick.
Yeah, I mean that's a part of just making sure that the environment feels like you are the person who discovered the first in a very, very long time, because that's what she does, and we want to make sure that that's how it feels as well.
Yeah, and Lara's not, she's not a delicate flower. She looks good, but she is going to get her hands dirty. She's going to dig in.
Heck yeah.
She's going to go anywhere, and she's going to follow her instincts, similar to how she's doing here. She's like, I need that cog to get that puzzle moving. I found one, but that has opened up the path to somewhere else. So curiosity is driving her. You're going to be along, helping her find that way, and we get into beautiful traversal that makes sure that Lara's physical attribute, her abilities, her athleticism is on full display in these moments.
She's at her peak, right?
She's at her peak.
Yep.
Love that. Now, the puzzles, like you mentioned, they are such an iconic part of Tomb Raider for me as well. There's so many that I remember from Greece, Egypt, all of the levels. Can you go a little bit deeper about how you've evolved them for Legacy of Atlantis?
Similar to what we talked about reimagining, it's about saying, hey, this puzzle as it existed, what was the original intent here? And if that intent is something that we are like, hey, that's a really strong guiding principle, how do we take that and make it the ultimate version of what it intends to be? Sometimes that means sticking very close to the formula. Sometimes it means deviating into another area, but we do so in a way that's very thoughtful and very precise, because we never want to make it feel like we're ignoring the history of this adventure that we're reimagining. We want it to feel like it's the re-debut of this game. And so adding new details like giving her gear items that allow her to extract more lore from the world, preserving some of those classic abilities like push-pull, traversal being fluid and dynamic. We'll get into combat a little bit later, but these are all just Tomb Raider things at the core.
Amazing.
Yeah, but just going back to the scanner thing, like you can use a scanner if you are a fan and just want to, like Jeff said, dig deep into the lore. You can scan things and find out more, but you can also use the scanner as a clue to the puzzles. It gives you clues if you want to. If you don't want to, you can just play it your way.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's us trying to be sensitive to the players, because there are those that want to have this full breadth of systems, but we also have our hardcore players that are like, I want 2 pistols and no help.
Yeah.
And we're accommodating them as well.
Yeah, I love that. Giving players way more choice and following their lead as well. That's so cool. It sounds like you guys have done a lot of research as well and really respected a lot of the environments that you're talking about in real life, as well as creating a more fantasy realm for Lara to explore. That sounds sick.
I mean, research is a massive part of what we've been doing, because the cultures that we've been working on recently is Incans, ancient Greece, Egypt, and we want to be respectful to those cultures and to the history that they have, and also for the players to feel like they are actually archaeologists, not just playing the game. So that's why we've done so much research.
And when we decided to partner with the Hogs on this game, co-develop it together, we knew that they were also fans of the game. I think Maddie is actually one of the designers on the
yeah.
So like we've got a designer on the team who literally used to make Tomb Raider levels for fun.
Yeah.
And he's really well known in the community. So these are real fans that are making the game.
Wow.
But at the same time, we're also, we have a luxury of very talented developers who ask the right questions, who push in the right places to make sure we get really cool stuff that's fun to play on screen. And watching this whole process unfold over the last few years has just been a treat as a developer.
I bet. That's so special. That's so cool. What we're seeing here is Lara movement in full action there. She's got a lot of swagger. Like I said, she's got steez looking. Can you talk to me a little bit about some of the innovations that Lara's movement can be experienced in Legacy of Atlantis, and how it'll feel for players to play as her?
What we hope it feels familiar. We hope that you can pick up the sticks and you're like, wow, this is like putting on an old pair of shoes that are super comfortable. But at the same time, we've given her a couple of more tricks that she can use to help navigate the world, such as her grapple cuff that can give her some unique abilities to interact with objects, to use it to navigate. Those little touches are additive and are meant to enhance the experience while still preserving that original intent.
Very cool.
But that cog puzzle, I mean, she basically knew she needed to find it. She used her instinct. She moved upwards through this beautiful little pocket city that was adjacent to this temple, discovered things about it along the way, got inside, found this beautiful water clock whose purpose is unknown. Yeah. She gets it,
look at her
and
go.
Look at this.
There she is. That's Lara, baby. Oh my god.
Lara never comes in through the front door, and she never leaves without style.
Oh, that's sick.
So yeah, we've got this beautiful landscape around us. The environment art is stunning.
I know.
I mean,
incredible.
I mean, we try to. When you play in this game, like we want you to explore and just enjoy exploring the environment, apart of doing everything else. Like if you just want to walk around and want to figure out what was actually happening in this place and how what the people were doing there hundreds of years ago, you can do so. And just working on all those vistas, it's just so awesome. People, like our teams put so much heart and passion into building the vistas like this.
Look at that. This is one of my favorite favorite moments is the postcard shots where you're alone in the wilderness. You can hear the birds chirping, the leaves rustling. There's no time clock. We want people to slow down when they play the game. We want them to say, take it in, enjoy it. You don't have to speed on it, but if you're listening and you do, let us know what your time is, because we'll keep track. But that's great. It's the type of audience that we have. We have people that want to challenge themselves to move through the experience as fast as they can, and those that want to sightsee. And the game just is welcoming to all.
I'll be sightseeing for sure. I've got tears in my eyes. I'm not even joking. That is absolutely incredible. Wow. I wanted to go back a little bit and talk a little bit more about Lara's toolkit and how that's evolved here. So we've mentioned her grapple hook, we saw the scanner in action as well. How is that really going to affect the gameplay for players, and what other tools has she got up her sleeve?
Well, we've got like you said, the two items that we've already discussed. Nice. And as Arik mentioned, the scanner has some dual functionality. It can not only give you some hints that are optional if you don't want to engage with it, but it also gives you some world lore. But on top of that, we've got some things under the hood in her PDA that we can use to help give her some slightly different skill attributes if you want to equip her in a certain way to help meet challenges as you can face them. We've got our crafting system, because we want to make sure that, finding med packs
in the middle of the jungle. It's cool.
A little bit old school, yeah.
In a tomb 10,000 years old, has lucky that there's a first aid kit there.
They're not there all the time.
No, so we were like, how do we make this still feel like Tomb Raider, but at the same time, like, not break immersion? And so that's where like crafting is a perfect add-on addition to it. It lets her scavenge the world
la fonction
for
crafting
resources,
pour éviter de chercher des midi-packs débilement dans une jungle.
And on top of that, she can use recipes to provide certain gameplay buffs that are going to help give her short-term
if you want to, you
advantages.
don't have to. And you can just play the old school way, dual pistol all the way through with healing items if you want.
If you want to put your heads down and power through it, you can do it, but these things are available to you, and we think they're fun to engage with.
Amazing.
The Tomb of Qualopec waterfall gate is opened.
Done it.
Now here we're advancing to a little bit later in
Ça dure combien de temps la conférence
we're
Xbox?
now just on the cusp.
Parce que là, ça va faire 2 heures.
Memorable first
Il n'y a pas eu
encounter.
Fable.
So, folks, hold on. Here we go.
Il n'y a pas eu GTA 6.
But we got to do it with style.
Yes.
Ah ouais.
I'm so worried you were going to include a song. That's so sick. She's so cool.
Early in the stages of the project, we were like, hey, if we're really going to do this, we want to represent Lara in a way that she's fully recognizable. And part of that is the acrobatics. Lara without the acrobatics is still cool Lara, but not classic Lara. No. And here, they're on full display, but what I hope people appreciate is that there's more grounding, more believability to it in how she moves. She's still having fun, but
it's synonymous to her. But like you mentioned, the more grounded when she was taking the call puzzle, that looked sick.
Non, l'Open Night Live durait environ
those
2
little
heures.
interactive moments add a sense of cinematic
Pas de
spectacle
durée
time to time,
officielle.
which is
Putain,
nice.
ah ouais, d'accord,
It
ça va durer peut-être un
allows
peu
the game to
plus.
still feel like a summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
C'est 2 heures.
Speaking of, hello. Who are these guys? The raptor design looks really cool, Arik, as well.
Brilliant, thank you.
I love the addition of the feathers.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to keep the red color, which you remember from the original one. But obviously, our knowledge about the dinosaurs evolved so much since 1996. So we wanted, like with everything in this game, we want to add on the top of what's been done already.
Cool.
So we kept the color. We add our own silhouette designs, and we added the feathers to make it unique for the legacy of Atlantis.
Nice.
And their combat has been like dramatically overhauled. They're no longer just charging at you and just taking bullets. They're thinking, they're evading. You have the ability to use the health reticle when an aim down sight to be able to kind of assess where they're at so you can target your shots. And with Lara's combat, love seeing the axe make a little appearance. Utility gear for the win. But when she's actually in combat, she's got a loop of, assessing the situation, responding, and then moving to make sure she can then reassess. And
Vache, combien de temps elle a duré leur présentation?
The combat is fluid, it's organic, but at the same time, it helps her kind of overcome challenges and get the upper hand.
Yeah, she needs to keep moving all the time. It's like a dance for them.
Yeah.
And you can see a little blue dot on the bottom, which enables you to go into the focus mode, which slows down time, which is one of my favorite features in our game.
For sure.
Yeah, when that fills up, she can go into hyper focus, slow down time, and really pull off those precision shots. But if you're gonna do that, like, give her some style when she does it.
Absolutely.
Let those acrobatics shine.
Hello.
There's our girl.
That's the girl, yeah.
Yay! Oh my gosh, what was it like reimagining such an iconic boss fight here as well as the other ones in Atlantis? How was that?
From our perspective, it was just an honor to work on a T-Rex, but like we worked for such a long time to just make sure it's perfect from our perspective, and we were trying to be respectful to the OG one. The moment when she's coming out like throughout the corner and you see the T-Rex.
Oh là là.
We couldn't do exactly this, but we wanted to have the same emotions when people see her for the first time, and then just working on a design, it was such a blast.
Yeah. And when you see her, it's like she still has some of those classic DNAs. She's got that beautiful green with that yellow pockets under her eyes, but we've also got some added elements in the feathers that also provide a little bit more of a reason of, she's in a geothermal valley. I mean, she's going to have a little bit of plumage that feels like it matches that environment, and it just gives her this really recognizable signature look.
I just love that we added those red feathers, because there's so many versions of the T-Rex in all the medias, and those red feathering on the top of this green and yellow eyes, for me, is like beautiful.
And like chocolate and peanut butter is just great, getting these two back together again and seeing it like never presented before. So
T-Rexes love Lara. I love that as well. With the T-Rex and again other iconic bosses, what are you guys hoping that resonates with players, or what are you hoping that the experience from them comes across?
Yeah, no, we can take it or leave it. No, I'm kidding. We absolutely want people to be engaged. We want them to be pulled in. We want them to
have fun.
Yeah, we want them to feel like they're being put onto a cinematic thrill ride when we are ready to do that. But we also want them to feel like when we're not in that moment, they get to ramp down, explore, enjoy what we put out there for them to
Yeah, but it's also so much fun to, recreate, like reimagine these things with the technology that we have now. And we can build a lot on the top of it with so much more narration. It's just so much fun to work on it, and hopefully people will feel it when they play it.
Yeah, I cannot wait to play it as well. Guys, I'm really honored about speaking to you, seeing all of that footage. So thank you so much for joining us. Can we go check out the booth here at Gamescom as well?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Guys, thank you so much again. Check out Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis when it launches on Xbox Series X and S on February 12, 2027, 2 days before Lara's birthday, isn't it? And it's Xbox Play Anywhere. Buy it once and play it across Xbox console and Windows PC. Pre-order now. Plus, if you pre-order the deluxe or collector's edition like me, get ready to play a full 48 hours early starting February 10th. Now guys, there is still a whole lot more coming up here on the Xbox at Gamescom broadcast, including Mega Man, Dual Override, Forza Horizon 6, and I get to chat with Fable's game director Ralph Fulton and walk through the full demo that they're featuring right here in the Fable Theatre on the show floor. Heroes, wit, Power Stone, combat and more. I'm simply chuffed. Now then, if ridding an alien planet of its most menacing habitats with a rig full of futuristic weaponry and S-tier teamwork is your idea of a good time, have I got a game for you? Check this out.
In Exterminats, every contract begins on a frontier that's equal parts breathtaking and barely holding together. You'll gear up aboard the rig, meet your crew, and choose the tools that fit your playstyle.
C'est le même trailer?
Then it's time to drop in and get to work.
Peut-être.
The ecosystem is alive. Creatures hunt, feed, adapt, and push back against your every move. The tools you use do more than deal damage. They're built to create opportunities, reward teamwork, and let your crew shape the battlefield. It's controlled chaos. And when things get heated, cool down.
Oh, tu peux les glacer et tout. Vraiment glacé. Ah ouais, une gravité. Bien fantaisique. Oh, c'est joli ça. Enlevé, plus vieux.
Clearing pests is only part of the job. Success comes from working together. While one exterminaut gets the facility back online, the rest of the crew holds the line and keeps the site secure.
Classique ça, le truc de la boue.
Of course, hard work has a way of attracting the biggest pests around. And even then, the contract isn't finished until everyone makes it home.
Flamant rouge. Des becs de flamand. Des flamants rouges. Voilà, le live.
Call in your ride, defend the extraction zone, and earn your pay.
Extraction shooter.
Because in Exterminauts, the best jobs are the ones you survive together.
Ok.
Magic and Melee take center stage in Warlock, a brand new third-person open-world adventure set in the D&D universe. And bringing this character to life is none other than Maggie. Maggie Robertson, how you doing?
Qu'on a vu hier, sur YouTube.
Yes, hello, that's me.
Mettre un petit pouce bleu sur la vidéo, s'il vous plaît.
What would you say is
Même
the
un seul
real essence of playing something like Tasha?
Ça me donne vraiment de la...
fun. She's very fun. She's kind of like our weird, dark fairy godmother in the game. She will make all of your darkest dreams come true, but there will be a cost.
Well, is there more to her than meets the eye? Because you said a fairy godmother type. Now, many people could interpret that in different ways.
Indeed.
So tell me a bit more deeper about Tasha.
She is charming and charismatic.
Charmante et charismatique.
And so she has kind of this magnetism that draws you in, but there is an undercurrent of danger with her because she's incredibly cunning. And she's always working towards her own ends, not yours. And you don't always know what her true goals are in the game. So you do always have to stay on your toes with her.
So I know with classes like Warlocks in D&D, typically there's often a pretty tragic way in which they come to know their patrons. So can you shed a little light on how Katya is going to meet Tasha?
Indeed I can. Katri is searching for someone, and that search brings her to Tasha in order to get what she wants.
Now, you've obviously played many characters before in various fantasy settings, but was there anything in particular that was a bit more challenging about playing someone like Tasha?
I think the challenge of Tasha is that she is so cunning, and she is always planning 10 steps ahead of everybody else in the room. So she's always moving and shaking, and so having to hold all of that within you in any scene that you're in, and always know that there's something else that she's negotiating, even if you think you're negotiating this, you're actually negotiating about this.
Obviously, being a huge fan of D&D as well, right? So, and you've played Orin the Red, incredibly vicious, devious, pretty nasty character. So are there any parallels in that kind of excitement
Conférence, rien d'intéressant. Franchement, il n'y a rien qui m'a botté à part Gears of War et le nouveau méga
tons of
géométrie là,
excitement to
mais
re-enter the universe. D&D is so
bon, il y a celui-là
fun
aussi qui est pas mal.
because you can
Il est bien
be
fait,
anything
mais
you want to be, do anything you want to
avec le
do.
coup où
So
tu
I
peux tout
genuinely
foutre
love D&D. I
en
love
mode
to play with my
pluvieux,
friends, and
peut faire
it is a
pleuvoir.
nice home space for me. So then being able to be a part of games that also are in those worlds is incredibly fun. How many times can I say fun in one interview? Fun, fun, fun.
Well, it's all fun.
It's very fun.
What can you say?
I don't know if I said that before, but it is in fact quite fun. What was your question? Because I blacked out and all I'm on is fun.
Was the excitement of playing a character like Orin, being such a D&D fan, was that mirrored in then having the opportunity to re-enter D&D again as now?
Oh, absolutely. But also, like, Tasha's an iconic D&D character, and that comes with a decent amount of stress and scariness and oh god, what have I done? Can I pull this off? I think every time I get booked on something, I have a minute of panic of like, oh god, and now I have to do it.
I mean, people are committing their entire lives to a patron, so yeah, that's a lot of weight on your shoulder.
Yeah, the least I could do is try.
Yeah. Well, Maggie, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for just voicing so many incredible characters. But next up, we're actually heading over to the world of Mega Man, and Twinkle Girl, which is just an incredible sentence to say out loud. So why don't we check in with Benny and see what's up with that?
They're called fan favorites for a reason, and this next game can certainly claim that title. And here to show off gameplay to the newest entry to the beloved franchise, Mega Man Dual Override. Please welcome game producer Hiroyuki Minamatani and game director Shinya Ikuta.
Hello everyone!
Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh,
welcome. Now, we're going to hop straight into some gameplay. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to play?
最初はゲームプレイを紹介しますけれども、ゲームコースについて少しでも説明していただけます？はい。今回小バージョンということで、ティンクルガール以外のステージは伏せられています。
Ah, on peut choisir entre Megaman, Twinkle Girl et 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 personnages.
ステージを選んで攻略するのがロックマンらしさであります。
Okay,
today we'll be playing from the Gamescom build that we have here, so we only have one stage available. When the full game comes out, you'll be able to choose from 8 different stages.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, Doug. So we've got Twinkle Girl as well, which I know is one of the new robot masters.
Twinkle Girl is新ボスっていうリスクで正しいです。そうです。Yes, she is a new boss for this game.
Ah non, c'est un nouveau boss, d'accord, c'est les boss quand on est au centre. Je regarde les boss, d'accord, ok, pardon, toi pour moi.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the 3 stages that we have, which is new?
Alors, ça c'est les 3 stages qu'on doit parcourir.
Alright, so every stage in the game will have 3 separate areas, and as you progress through each of them, they'll become more and more difficult. The robot master for each of those stages will be waiting for you in the third area.
Tu les traverses, c'est bien plus en plus difficile.
We hop in and see what we have on offer.
Est-ce qu'on peut voir ce que vous avez à proposer?
We're gonna get started.
Okay, amazing. So we've got 3 chips here. Can you tell us what this feature is?
donc c'est des puces qu'on peut choisir.
チップをセットすることでロックマンを強化することができるんですけども、今回は3種類のチップセットを用意しました。Okay, Mega Man is able to equip a variety of chips throughout the game that'll add a variety of abilities to him. For the Gamescom show floor demo, we have 3 chips available to players.
Okay, amazing. And what's the first one that we're going to use?
で、今日最初に使うのはどちらでしょうか？一番上の防御スタイルのチップセットを選びます。Alright, so first we're going to be using one that's a little bit more of a defensive chip.
Okay, nice. Let's see it in action.
はい、じゃあ、let's start.
Alors, le premier.
この3つのチップセットは体験版だけの特別な仕様で、製品版ではユーザーが組み合わせて使うことができます。
Right,
so for the Gamescom demo, we only have 3 chips available. Once the full game comes out, players will have a very wide variety of chips to be able to use for a variety of skills.
Oh, amazing. We can see it here, right?
Incroyable de puces à équiper.
で、そのシールを使うときには、攻撃にダメージ受けないようにするんですよね。そうです。はい。Yeah, that's correct. It'll reduce damage.
Okay, amazing.
で、バリア自体はいつでも解除できます。Alright, so with the shield itself, you can actually turn it off at any point in time too.
Parti, ouais, non, après au fil déconnecté.
多分プレイヤーにとってはそのシールドの使い方はやっぱり戦略が必要ですよね。はい、そうです。Yeah, so some strategy will be involved, of course, in the use of the shield.
Donc il y aura des stratégies adaptées à utiliser.
When damaging the enemy, we're seeing a lot of that, like graphical effects to those, aren't we?
やっぱり敵にはダメージを与えるときにはその傷がついたりマークがつきますよね。はい。だんだん 黒くなっていくというか、ちょっと焦げが発生して、はい、ダメージ表現が分かりやすくなっています。
Yeah, so with each enemy, as you damage them more and more, you'll start to see them kind of develop damage and scars and that sort of thing. And as they become darker, it's clear that they're getting closer to being killed.
Okay, amazing. So as we progress through the level as well, we're noticing a lot of familiar enemies from that people recognize from the previous games. Right, can you tell us a little bit about that and how you balance it in this game?
はい、ステージが進行につれて、馴染みの敵と新規の敵が登場するんだけれども、そのバランスを取るにはどのようにやって取り組んでいます？
そうですね、やっぱ懐かしい敵っていうのは、出すとやっぱファンの人はすごく喜んでくれますし、結構なんていうんですかね、配置の位置でかなり攻略が難しくなるような敵もすごくたくさんいるんで、それをバランスよくセットするのが、大事だと思ってます。
Yeah, so when it comes to enemies, of course, having a bit of a familiar face allows fans to have a little bit of nostalgia with the gameplay, and then introducing new enemies and whatnot will add a different level of challenge to it. So it's a good opportunity for fans to really kind of have that love of the series and some new stuff to experience and bring some challenges to the game.
Yeah, and I think we got to talk about new things about the game, the dual override system. Can you tell us a little bit about that in the top left corner?
はい、新規要素について話してるんだけど、オーバーライトについての説明少しでもいただけます？
はい、わかりました。ではまず実際に使ってみますね。ちょっとお待ちくださいね。
Alright, we'll use it in just a second.
すでに今の時点でオーバーライトゲージは溜まってます。
Alright, so at present, the override gauge is still building up.
敵を倒したり、ダメージを受けたり、いろいろな能動的な行動でゲージが溜まっています。
And the override gauge will build up in a variety of ways, taking damage, damaging enemies, and whatnot.
How many times can you... Oh,
ouais, d'accord.
では、オーバーライドをして強化した状態でかっこよく敵を倒したいと思います。
Right, so once the override is activated, you'll actually become more powerful, and you'll be able to unleash some really cool-looking attacks, like we've seen here.
Destroyed. Amazing, and that's our first level stage complete.
はい、それエリア1完成ですね。
あ、そうです。
Yes.
Amazing.
En 2047, il a fait
now,
premier step.
one thing as well, with that override system, how many times are they able to charge it?
で、そのオーバーライドのゲージは、何回まで蓄積できます？
一定量、敵を倒したりすると、段階的にゲージが上がっていって、3段階が、最強のオーバーライド状態になります。
So the override gauge has 3 phases to it, and as you hit each of those kind of levels, you'll be able to build it up for stronger attacks as you go. So once you get that 3rd tier, it's pretty powerful.
As we just saw,
on va faire un jeu super lourd à parcourir, mais...
We're going to try the second chip now, aren't we?
On va essayer la deuxième puce. La puissance d'attaque.
Alright, this time around we're going to be doing more of an offensive chip. It's called the weapon chip.
Okay, amazing. And what is the difference between the weapon chip and the shield chip that we saw in the first area?
で、ウェポンチップとシールドチップの違いは何でしょうか？
まずこれオートガードです。オートチャージです。
So one big difference that players will notice is that once you have the weapon chip equipped, you'll be able to charge automatically rather than holding down the attack button.
通常はこうボタンを押さないとチャージできないんですけども、自動的にチャージされるので、ロックマンのアクションに集中しやすくなります。
Yeah, so
vous pouvez charger automatiquement plutôt que rester appuyé sur le bouton.
You're able to focus a little bit more on Mega Man's movements and attacks.
Okay. Il faudra focuser beaucoup plus sur les mouvements et les attaques.
What would be a reason for a player to choose this chip over the defensive chip?
Pourquoi choisir ce chip?
やっぱり火力でどんどん敵を倒していきたいという人に向いていると思います。
Yeah, there are some players who like to take down enemies pretty quickly, so the weapon chip is really good for those who are more of an offensive.
Donc si on veut tuer l'ennemi vachement rapidement, de manière super rapide, cette puce est vachement plus adaptée.
Oh.
On va faire quoi?
So with that special weapon, you can actually cause enemies to go flying off of their platforms and whatnot too.
Will players have a lot of other weapons to be able to have access to them?
で、その通常のロックバスターに加えて、特別な武器いくつかあります？
通常のロックバスターに加えて
かなりありますよね。
あ、そうですね。はい、たくさんあります。
Yeah, there will be quite a few.
On aura d'autres armes, bah oui, logiquement.
And how are players going to gain access to those weapons?
で、その特別の武器を取得するのに何が必要ですかね？
最後のボスを倒すことが必須条件となります。
はい。So as players defeat robot masters in every stage, they'll get a special skill from those robot masters.
I've also noticed, as you've just collected it, these screws. What are they for, and how
quoi,
are players going to use them?
はい、でステージにはネジも集めれるようですけれども、そのネジはどのように使います？
ネジを貯めるとショップでチップを購入することができます。
So as players progress through the game and they collect various chips, they can actually use them to purchase additional chips throughout their gameplay experience.
Okay, amazing.
なのでネジはどんどん貯めていって自分をロックマンをどんどん強化していくことが攻略の鍵となります。
So one cool strategy about that is the more screws you collect, the more powerful Mega Man will become. So we recommend doing your best to collect them and powering up as you play.
この先に強敵が待ち受けています。
collecter tout ça.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say, we've just come to this checkpoint, right, which allows players to kind of take breaks throughout the game. How have you balanced that? But I think we'll go to this, because this is Astro Man, right? It's returning. I know so many people are excited about this. Can you tell us more?
Astro Man が復活するのはしますよね。それについて少しでも話していただけます？
ロックマンのファンに喜んでもらおうと思って過去作からボスを復活させてます。他のボスも登場しますので復活しますので楽しみにしておいてください。
Alright. So as a fan service to series of the Mega Man series, we've brought back a variety of robots, robot masters. Astro Man is one of them, but there will be others besides him. So get excited.
I love
Il
seeing
y aura
some of
d'autres boss
these
qui
kind of
reviendront,
battles
les
that you
anciennes
see.
franchises, les
このような戦略見るのは楽しいです。
anciens Mega Man, Rockman.
初めのボスと違って2番目のボスなのでちょっと歯ごたえのある難易度になっています。
これがすごく難しいです。これを避けるのが。
Yeah, so compared to the boss,
On peut même voir l'état
the boss for the second
délabré
area,
de
so it'll be a
son
little bit
armée.
more difficult than the boss we fought earlier.
Ah, il est mort. Tout.
惜しい
本当に強敵なんですよ。めちゃくちゃ。はい。
Yeah,
The shield chip would have come in handy there.
やっぱりシールドチップ使えばよかったかも。
まあそうですけども、僕はもう火力重視でいきます。
Alright, we're gonna do our best here.
Well, I believe.
使用される方に参考になるようなプレーを目指したいと思います。
Alright, I'm gonna do my best to show players the best gameplay I can.
Ouais, il est mort, hein. Il est en train de jouer vraiment en live.
You're going to do it flawless.
まあ今回ダメージ受けずに倒せますよね。
はい、お願いしてください。
On est
One of
des
the
gars.
things, it is hard to talk and play these boss fights at the same time as well.
やっぱりプレイしながら話すの
Voilà,
難しいです
demain
よ
il est
ね。
viré.
もうちょっと無口になっちゃいますね。
Hop, hop,
本
il
当は
s'est
もっ
pris
と
un
上手いん
boom.
ですけど喋りながら
Hop,
プレイ
ouais,
すると
vas-y,
いっ
il
ぱい
va
ダメージ
le
食らって
tuer.
しまいますね。
Ah là là.
Truth be told, Equilipt Director is a lot better
Ouais,
than what you're
chaud,
seeing right here, but it is again tricky for him to play and talk at the same time.
Oh.
OK。
Acting
Il est invincible
override.
après la
さあ、
transformation.
発動です。
Ouais.
これで
Oh,
なんとか倒したい
ça va
です
être
が
chaud. Est-ce qu'il va pouvoir le tuer?
まだ死なない。
Même pas. Ah là 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 là.
たまに最後まで見せちゃうとね、ちょっとユーザーの楽しみ
いいわ
がなくなるので、次
先
のステージに移りたいと思います。
Alright, so for the sake of the fans, let's move on to the third area and show that a
Alors, on
little
va
bit too.
essayer
Okay,
le
yeah, let's do it. Let's go. 'Cause
troisième
third
emplacement.
area is where we're going to see the new robot master,
Troisième
Twinkle Girl.
そう
localisation.
3つ目のエリアで、やっぱりロボットマスも紹介も入りますよね。
じゃあ最後のステージとなります。はい。
Yeah, this will be the last
Alors,
area
apparemment,
of
il
the
faudra
Twinkle
deux
Girl
boulons,
stage.
deux boulons, deux boulons pour avoir le stage-là.
Alright, just give a quick overview about her as we're playing through.
で、チップは一番下のチップ
Et
を使
là,
うんですけど
on n'a
も、こ
pas.
れは何も強化チップをつけてない状態
Ah,
の
c'est une sorte de
ロボットマン
difficulté, c'est pour ceux qui veulent expérimenter Mega Man de la version originale sans support,
どうぞ。
sans soutien
難易度高いけど大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。もう使いこなしていきます。
supplémentaire.
はい。
Yeah, we'll do our best this one too. But yeah, meet Twinkle Girl.
ある意味縛りプレ
Mais
イ
là,
です
on aura peut-être Rush,
はい、頑張り
le
ます。
chien.
Alright, let's do it.
One thing to ask as well, why was it
crois qu'il
important to
s'appelle Rush,
evolve
les
the
gars.
Robot Master stage design for the latest
On l'a vu
entry in the
le-
series?
でなんか過去作に比べて、デュアルオブレッドの方でステージの進行は大切にしてるようですけれども、その進行はなんで大切にしてるんですか？
南さんお願いします。ヘルプで、ちょっと
まあ、
今
今回
集中してるの
3つのステージに分けたんですけれども、ユーザーには段階的にクリアしてアクションとして成長する楽しみを味わってほしいなと思ってます。
One reason for the kind of progression for the stage itself is we want players to have a sense of progression and success and achievement as they've gone through the stage. So again, each area becomes more and more difficult, and so by clearing each one, there's a sense of accomplishment by being able to complete it.
And how do you
Dans
balance the
l'accomplissement,
challenge
ayant
that players
clear
are going to
tous les
face
stages,
and then
oui, oui.
having those conveniences like checkpoints?
で、その内容がね、あまり難しくならないようにどうやってバランス取ろうとしてるんですか？
お願いします。今集中してるんですよ。
はい。
ここめっちゃむずいんで。
敵の 単純に強さを上下させるだけじゃなくてステージ構成や敵の配置を調整しながらテストプレイ通じてかなり精密に調整していますそうですね
Yeah, so if you think about it, obviously the enemies become more and more difficult, more powerful as you progress through the stage, but also we get more strategic with the placements of the enemies. They're in more inconvenient places, so to speak. But again, it really gives players an ability to practice and kind of level up as they're playing through.
I love seeing how much more difficult this stage is as well compared to the other two.
やっぱり3つ目のエリア非常に難しいと見える。
めちゃくちゃむずいです。
It's pretty tough, isn't it?
やっぱロックマンは歯応えがすごく大事だと思っているので、はい、難しめに調整してます。
Yeah, of course, the Mega Man series itself is known for its challenge. We want to make sure we kept that for the classic fans.
Do you have any tips for players picking it up for the first time?
ロックマンシリーズを初めて遊ぶユーザーにとって何かアドバイスあります？
ロックマンは特殊武器を使うと、強い攻撃が与えることができるので、このボスも特殊武器が効くようになってますので。
So yeah, Mega Man again will have access to a variety of special weapons. Using those special weapons against Robot Masters will actually have some pretty extra effects on them. So we recommend picking those up and using those.
Les effets spéciaux utilisés par les armes que vous récupérez sur les boss.
難しく見えるんですけど。
めちゃくちゃ難しいんで、僕はもう喋れませんね。
So Ikuto-san's gonna stop talking because it is pretty tough.
Ah, il est plutôt fort. Ah, il se transforme aussi. Le Mega Buster, il va prendre le Jet Steamer. Non, il arrête peut-être ça.
Yeah, so of course,
Ouais.
Twinkle Girl's
On va arrêter là la
attack patterns
démo.
and whatnot are pretty tough. We don't want to give away the strategy of how to defeat her
Ah,
entirely.
ouais, il
so
veut
we're
pas
actually
montrer la
gonna call it
stratégie
right here.
qu'il faut utiliser pour
I feel like that is perfectly
battre
fair because
le
you
boss,
don't want
Twinkle.
right, to give those secrets away. We want people to have that challenge.
やっぱり発売前にはネタバレ出したくないんですよね。
ああ、そうですね。ぜひ私有できる方だけの限定的なプレイだと思うので。
Yeah, of course. Again, just think of this as a preview of what's to come.
Now we've seen some great features. We've seen the new override abilities, the new chipsets. What else should fans be excited to see?
今日いろんな新要素を紹介してもらってますけれども、それに加えて一応注目したいこと何かあります？
そうですね。8体のボスまだお見せしてませんけども、非常に魅力的なキャラクターをたくさん用意しているのと、そのうちの1体はユーザーから募集をして選抜されたすごくデザインがかっこいいボスが登場しますので、それを楽しみにしてほしいです。
Alright, so within the game itself, there are 8 robot masters across the 8 stages that players will have access to. We're only revealed one so far, but one of those robot masters is actually going to be designed by a fan. We held a design contest.
Oui, donc il y a un concours de design de boss, et donc il y a un des gagnants qui a son boss dans le jeu. Ça, j'avais vu ça sur X.
ファンの皆さんは情熱的なんですけれども、そうファンが作ったデザインをゲームに入れてやっぱり興奮感がやっぱり強くなりますよね。
オープン感ですか？
興奮感。
興奮。いや特にデザインした人はすごく興奮すると思います。
Yeah, especially the person who created that winning design, they're going to be super duper excited to see it in the game.
もしかするとね、スタッフロールに名前が載るかもしれませんもんね。そうですね。スタッフロールには名前が出ますから、ボスも特徴的なステージに出ますので、楽しみに発表を待っていただければと思っています。
So it's not just that Robot Master design, but the whole stage for that Robot Master will also be themed around that design itself. So it's going to be a really kind of special experience. The staff's really excited to reveal it.
Il y aura une thématisation autour du boss créé par le gagnant. Et j'imagine par les autres boss, pour les autres boss, évidemment. Merci d'être venu et de montrer un peu de gameplay de Mega Man.
今日のご紹介誠にありがとうございました。
Thank you so much. But coming up, straight from the Xbox booth, we're getting nostalgic and celebrating 25 years and showing off some sweet new wheels coming to Forza Horizon 6. But first, a special update on first-person horror platformer coming to Xbox very soon.
Alors, un FPS horreur world premiere.
Hello? Anyone here?
Sorry, kid, what was your name?
Jordan.
I'm Stella. I need you to find Dalton.
Oh no, this isn't good.
You see, we've come across this material with some sort of organic properties.
I should have stopped long time ago. This is my first documented sighting.
Des dinosaures avec des regards qui font peur. Je vais pas être immersif avec mes vidéos IRL, que vidéos live.
Many of these things are there.
There are other areas that can get you back to the surface, but you gotta go deeper. Suppose the only way out is through.
Look back! This operation must be contained. I'll find him, Stella. I will.
Ah ouais, c'est même pas des lézards. Lézards.
It's a partnership made in gaming heaven. IKEA helps create spaces for real life. Xbox is where the world plays. Put them together and you've got a collection that makes it easier to bring play into the living room. Plus, with a name like Ixtabi, it promises to be an
c'est des miroirs
unforgettable
à l'effigie du
collaboration.
D-pad
Joining me with more on this
de
new
la manette.
IKEA gaming collection, please welcome back to the show Carl Ledbetter, head of
Fait par
design for
IKEA.
Xbox
D'accord.
devices, and product developer Philip Delay from IKEA. Hi guys, welcome. How are you?
It's good to be back.
Good to be back.
It's great to see you.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk Ixtabi. Tell me a little bit more about this furniture collection.
Yeah, so it's a furniture collection, or a home furnishing collection, I would say, because it's furniture and accessories may just enhance the gaming experiences for people in their homes who feel that gaming is an essential part of their everyday.
Cool. How did this come about for you guys then?
Well, it's pretty interesting when you think about IKEA being the world leader in gaming or home furnishings and products for people at home, and Xbox with our game content and devices for gaming. When you put them together, it really creates the ultimate opportunity to get people immersed into games. So it doesn't stop at the screen or with the controller in your hand. It's about the entire environment that you're working in and playing games in. So that's where
Après,
I think
la
the
commune
magic really
américaine,
happens.
Yeah, definitely.
elle est très chaude hein, avec
Now, I hear you had a little
avec leur
inspiration
console
obviously from the
Xbox.
controller here. Can you talk to me a little bit about how that inspired your
Même
product
si
design
la
for this
console se
collection?
vend beaucoup moins que la
Sure,
PlayStation
yeah.
5.
Well, the controller is very iconic to Xbox. That's where you interact with the games, and so we took some of the detailing from the controller, like the thumbstick stool, the D-pad cushion, and the D-pad platter, and those are kind of more specific examples. But yeah, it's inspiring. Game content really comes alive through the product, so that's what we looked at.
Yeah, we were inspired by like elements of the controller, but also like how people use it. You know, how people store it, how they charge it, and just making sure that yeah, we use some of our IKEA smarts to help you organize all the gear you have around the game.
Yeah.
So,
one of the fun things about this project was IKEA and Xbox both share the same philosophy of making products that solve real problems, that are expressed in a way that anybody can enjoy them at home. And grounding on that, we really start to unlock new ideas and thoughts, and it shows up in all of the collection.
Yeah, for sure. Lord knows I need some IKEA smarts as well in my gaming at home.
That's
so
right.
Sounds great. So guys, can I get my hands on this collection maybe at my local IKEA store or even online?
Yeah, very soon.
Okay, how soon, baby? When do you expect to launch?
I will launch globally from October 1st this year.
1er octobre cette année, mondialement.
Just around the corner, not long to wait at all. I can't wait as well, especially for that D-pad tray. I need that immediately if I can have it. Or maybe even this
Ah,
delightful
attendez, j'ai un
little
coup de fil.
cushion.
One
Thank
of
you
my
as well.
favorites.
One of your favorites?
Yep.
Love
That one's for you.
Yay! Okay, sorry. Thanks, guys. Well, I mean, Xbox and IKEA feel like they've officially leveled up the gaming space for us at home as well. How does it feel to finally reveal this collection here at Gamescom for you both?
Go ahead, Philip.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, Gamescom is the world's biggest gaming event, and to see the product, out in the wild, experienced by fans and gamers, people trying out, and finding all the Easter eggs and the fun details that we've put into the designs.
Yep.
It's been years in the making, so it feels fantastic.
It feels really good. I mean, this is the first time for Xbox at Gamescom to actually have a partnership like this with IKEA right here in the booth. And like Philip said, if you look close enough, you'll see some Easter eggs. You'll find them here and there, and they're on all the products.
Okay, well, I'm going to go scour them just now
That's
as
right.
well. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your Gamescom and this lovely little setup we've got here. Shall we play some games?
I think we should do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it. You guys, though, buckle up. It's over to Charlie and Henry with the latest from Forza Horizon 6. Let's kick things into overdrive with some new Forza racing, shall we, Hannes?
Oh, go on then. And here with a look at the newest game mode and some truly exciting partnerships, please welcome senior game designer Will Hume and lead game designer David Orton.
Hey, great to see you. How are you doing?
Guys, doing very well. How are you both?
This is so fun. This is so fun, looking at all these incredible games at the Xbox booth. Absolutely loving it.
It's not bad, is it? Talking of not bad games, though, Forza Horizon 6 absolutely crushed it when it came out recently. How's the reaction been? How are you guys feeling?
We're feeling great. Yeah, it's been awesome, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, launch has been incredible. Game's gone down really well. We've been releasing a bunch of new content, right? We've had new race events, new cars, and now we're introducing a new feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I mean, Charlie and I have been in constant competition to see who can fully complete all the achievements.
Where are you at, by the way?
I have 2 left.
I've got 1 left, baby.
There we go.
I know what I'm doing on the flight home. Thank you.
Neck and neck. It's neck and neck. But you mentioned a new feature.
Let's do it.
So why don't you tell us all about it? What are you
Yes. So we've been blown away by the launch of Forza Horizon 6. We've welcomed millions of players to Horizon Japan. We've added new cars, new rewards, new events. And today we're really excited to give you a first look at a brand new game mode, which is Drift Attack. So this will be free to all players, and I'm accompanied by Will. He'll be driving.
Beautiful assistant today.
There is no way that I can drift and drive at the same time and talk. So it's worth saying this is all live, so no pressure, Will.
Yeah, no pressure. So we're going to be really nice and polite to you, whatever happens.
We're trying very well.
Yeah.
So here we are. We're at the sort of Japan circuit.
Yep.
We've kind of upgraded it a bit, put some aftermarket cars in there. You can see people driving. It's worth saying this is all live.
Wow.
So
Okay.
the people at the Gamescom booth. That's the people we're seeing here. So we're going to shout out to 240 Gamescom 1.
You made the stream.
You made the stream. There you go, the dev kit. So to start a Drift Attack, all we need to do is drive through the gantry and away we go. It's all about setting the highest drift score on 1 lap and then trying your hardest to beat it every single time.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to get our first taste of it right here.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, I see the score going up. I see the score going up.
And then, first thing we noticed as well is those blue boxes on the floor aren't normally there. What are those?
Yeah, so they are clipping zones.
Okay.
So right now, Will is getting a drift score. And if you're drifting within the sort of blue lanes there, it will actually increase your score.
Yes, I can see the multiplier at the bottom. Nice.
Yes, you get a times 2 multiplier. The way that works is kind of for 2 reasons. One of them is it's to kind of reward those players who are really good at the game. But also, they've been strategically placed for sort of the best drifting line. So it's there to sort of encourage where you should be kind of getting your angles.
Bit of education, bit of accessibility.
Yeah, bit of education. And obviously, number go up is always good fun.
It is.
It's always good fun. So right now, Will has locked in a score. You got 158,000.
Okay.
Very respectable.
Is it respectable?
I say it's modest.
Modest.
You're gonna take that?
We can do better. I think we can do better.
Okay, let's get another run real quick.
Yeah.
And I saw as well there was some little pop-ups on the side, on the right. They look like collection journal entries.
Yes. So we have actually expanded the campaign with Drift Attack as well, and we'll show that in a bit with our collection
that sounds
journal.
good.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
And a key thing about this is it's all in the shared world. So you're not loading out, you're not instancing out into another space.
Yeah.
We wanted to make it as frictionless as possible. So all you need to do is drive through the gantry and away you go. And right now, Will is sort of taking the score against himself. If you wanted to, you could actually join a convoy of people and you'd be put on a leaderboard with them as well.
Beautiful.
And it's how we kind of wanted that competition to be more opt-in. So you can rock up and you can just drift for as long as you like.
A scotch better. I did see the leaderboards on the side as well.
Yes,
the
Emerald
right?
leaderboards. Yeah, so this is all very similar to Time Attack, really. So
Yeah.
the Emerald leaderboards you see, we'll go drive to them now.
How are Gamescom doing?
How are Gamescom doing? Well, we're not. Okay, so
Will.
I've got quite a way to go.
Whoever was 2 Forza Gamescom 6,
Yeah.
whoever that was, they got the best score. So
Doing
this is actually
really well.
live, and these leaderboards, they reset each week as well.
Nice.
So this looks across the entire community as well. So you could be driving past a Drift Attack circuit and you see your friends on the leaderboard and they've swapped your score.
And you wanna-
It's like
Now
a
you
great
wanna-
way. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then away you go. You start
And as you
drifting.
said, it's a permanent mode, so you can constantly keep your eye on it, right? Come back to it, have another go.
Exactly. Yeah. So
beautiful.
With that, this is a game mode you can play today and in the future. You don't get left behind. This is all ready for players from the moment it goes live. And with that, we've got some permanent rewards. So let's look at those.
Yeah, let's do it. This is the collection journal that you mentioned, right, Ham?
Yeah, I mean,
beautiful.
one other thing I did see that was quite cool was similar to Time Attack, you've got kind of splits.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you know which segments you're kind of improving.
What you need to work on.
Too.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
nice.
yeah. You kind of see if you're doing better.
Here we go. Go on, Will.
Yeah.
There we go. It's working.
He's beginning to believe.
Can I just say, by the way, the collection journals, I've not had a chance to speak to you since. I love them. I'm hooked. I'm a tick box list kind of gal.
I love that.
And knowing what to go in and having some sort of direction is so helpful. So you mentioned that Drift Attack has its own element within the journal, right?
It does. Let's take a look.
So Drift Attack's permanent new mode, as we've said. So we've integrated it into the collection journal on the Horizon Festival campaign. So once you get your yellow wristband, you'll have unlocked it at the Shimano circuit, and you can take part. It's got a whole new category for Drift Attack.
Beautiful.
With its own collection items. Similar to Time Attack, you'll get them for completing laps, but instead of PI classes, we've kind of focused on different car buckets that make sense for drift. So you've got drift cars, sports cars, retro super saloons.
I think that adds an element of like thinking about it, because you can make an S1 or whatever and find someone else's tune and then go and do it, and then hey, well done, you're great. But actually applying to a specific car type, that's the challenge. I really like that.
That's the hope. It encourages people to try different cars as well they might not have tried.
Amazing.
But it comes with that as well. Obviously, we have brand new rewards for this category. So we've got a Drift Attack race helmet and suit, which is super cool. People want more of that sort of stuff, so you'll be able to apply that to your character. Then the coolest reward is a brand new Forza Edition, the Jaguar XJS Forza Edition. So this is our first post-launch new Forza Edition, similar to the ones we did for the game's launch. It's a complete kind of rework of the car.
Yeah.
You can see this is what we've been driving throughout this stream, so we can kind of see it in action.
Yeah, here it is.
It's not bad looking.
Yeah,
you've done all right there.
Yeah, well done. We'll confirm you've done all right with that. Can we get closer to it? Learn what's so special about it?
Let's have a look at it in Forza Vista.
Yeah, because one of my favourite things is just how wildly detailed the Forza editions are. Like, I look at my Mazda and I'm like, hell yeah. Engine block. Love that.
Yeah.
Look at the Terreno, and like when you're looking at it in first person, there's the coffee cup, and it's the details unreal. So let's see what the details are on the Jaguar.
Yeah, absolutely. The vehicle art team and handling team are incredible at Playground, and they've kind of knocked it out of the park again with this car. So this was inspired by kind of grassroots drift scene. So they wanted to build something that felt like someone had built it themselves and kind of had that personality to it. So they've got these amazing decals like this, the unit cat who's on the windows of the car. We've got stuff like, you can see like they've taken out the side windows to reduce weight on the car, and they've taken off the door handles as well and put kind of little clips in there you can see. If we go to the rear of the car and take the back kind of boot off, we'll see the inside as well, where they've got these massive kind of air vents for the drift internals so that to keep the car cool when it's hitting the limiter all the time. And even like the detail, you can see these kind of metal blocks at the edges, which is where the rear wing mounts onto. So it's kind of like that attention to detail again there. And you can see like where it kind of cuts in.
Love it. So
have a look at the interior as well.
By the way, if you guys need like a Charlie edition horn for the car, it being a Jaguar, it could be like a or something, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Should we try and get it in?
Maybe. Silence is a great reaction too.
We'll need everyone to be quiet for a sec while we record it, but sure.
We might be able to sample that and get it in.
Yeah, all right. Let's get some big wigs on that,
See what we can do. One of my favourite things about this is that the vehicle art team, they sort of set themselves a challenge to make this pass an MOT and be road legal. So they've done all the things to make this incredible drift machine, but at the same time, you could just nip to the shop and get some milk. With this car.
I'm sure I'll see this on the forecourt of the dealership somewhere.
Somewhere. Exactly that.
Now, obviously, this is a really cool car.
Yeah.
When am I going to be able to unlock this?
Yes, so Drift Attack will be launching on the 7th of September, so super soon, only a week or two. Nice. The car will launch at the same time, and the same as the feature, car's permanently added. It will always live in the collection journal, so whenever you join the game, you'll be able to play Drift Attack and unlock the Forza Edition Jaguar.
Cool, so not a seasonal unlock, it's there no matter what time you jump in.
Car's there forever, mode's there forever.
Absolutely.
Do you mind if either me or Henry have a go right now?
Absolutely,
Is
go
that
for it.
alright? Do you want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, you
We're
ready?
going down.
Yeah? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Alright,
Your turn then.
Hang on. Alright, here's something you can play with.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what
this.
then.
Have fun with
What's
that.
this? This is the Lego technique, right?
Yes, it is. Yes.
I'll pass over to you. Ready?
Let's not.
This is going to go badly.
I would love it.
Yeah,
Can you imagine this a break live on stream?
Yeah, you have that one.
There we go. This is ours. That's yours. Yeah, so we've this is the Lego Technicar. We've got the 488 Pista and the Dodge Viper. Right now, if you go to your message center, you can get a version of these cars with a sort of replica livery that looks very similar to these cars you see here. They look very cool. I wonder who's going to take these home. No one's ever said that. Like, we've got these props, and I'm kind of like, well, whose are they? They look awesome, and they look awesome in game as well. So that's a fantastic partnership we got with Lego Technic.
I look forward to hunting them down. Henry, I'm going to play with a toy car if you want to play with the digital
one. Right? We have another partnership as well, right? Coming up. We've kind of announced today at Gamescom. So we're also going to be partnering with 7-Eleven, which is super exciting for us. We've got the booth here and everything. Anyone here has kind of seen it with the super out the front. So yeah, that's going to be coming in October. There's going to be an evolving world as part of that. And yeah, we look forward to kind of talking about that more nearer the time, but something for players to look forward to there as well.
Hell yeah. You guys have been cooking. Honestly.
Well, what we're looking forward to now is seeing drifting skills.
Your turn, Henry. We've seen the leaderboard set by Will.
Do you mind if I change the settings?
No.
That's the sound of a pro.
Yeah,
that's the sound of a pro right there.
No.
Do you mind if I switch?
No, change the settings.
We need an equal comparison.
You know what? You're right. Oh, this thing's got some.
Okay,
it's fierce. It's fierce.
What can we do to put off Henry? Like,
absolutely.
I can keep making the noises again. Yeah.
That is really not helpful.
Show if I keep doing that, actually. Okay, all right, Henry. I mean, I think you're focusing a bit too hard on staying in the clipping zone.
Yeah.
Well, I'm all here for the clipping zone, baby.
Something else to mention about the car that's super cool as well. So obviously we built it as a drift car to match the feature, but players will be able to upgrade it and tune it themselves. So if you want to turn it into a more track-focused car, put some slick tires on it, you'll be absolutely able to do that as well.
I've taken up way too tight.
So yeah.
Oh no.
Henry.
Oh no. Have we left damage on? No, we're good.
You're good.
Yeah. Did you like how I changed the camera while I was driving?
Yeah, really cinematic, Henry. Are you trying to distract us from the gameplay?
No.
No.
Hey, what's over there? I don't think this is going to beat your score, unfortunately.
I know you've still got I think 3 clipping zones to go, so you can get a lot of points. With the multiplier, right? It adds up pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm getting pretty
close. Go on, Henry.
I do need to be in there.
Go on, you can do it.
I'm going to be cheeky here.
Henry,
He's done it.
Stop milking it.
You're trying to min-max it.
We'll go backwards over it.
You're going to fail it.
You're going to fail it.
You're going to fail it. Time out.
And on that bombshell, thank you so much for joining us, guys. A truly exceptional update to a truly exceptional game. So thank you so much for joining us. Right, well, Fable fans, listen up, because we're bringing the Fable experience to you here at Gamescom at home with an in-depth look at this reimagining of the franchise.
Yeah, but first, it's time to visit the brooding and futuristic world of Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy and the voices bringing the characters to life. Check this out.
I'm used to killing Xenos, not talking to them.
Tells me I'm smart. Not that I'm interesting.
Numerous signs of bruising, superficial damage to the surface layers of the skin, apparent loss of integrity in some of the smaller bones.
The heresy of pride, which spurs one to believe in one's own exceptionality, and the heresy of consorting with the enemies of humanity.
You expect me to object, Otvaka? I am no longer part of the Tick vein.
You have guessed my race, but I am no foe to you or your tribe.
Recommendation. Additional protection for the Acolyte upon approach.
Hey everyone, this is Josh from Octopus Panic, and I'm here to give you a closer look at our game, Grabhounds. Grabhounds is a 1-to-4 player co-op action builder starring a crew of blue-collar working dogs who are lost in space and trying to find their way home. Each shift starts aboard the mining ship, where the crew gathers before heading out. From here, we'll pick a job and launch the mission. Once we're planetside, everything starts from the collector. This is our dropship, and it's the center of our operation. To begin, we'll lay out some pipeline, which is the power network that allows us to expand across the planet. With the pipeline in place, the first thing we want to build is the fabricator. This is a factory in a box that allows us to produce build kits for our turrets and other infrastructure. Every Gravhound is equipped with a grav beam. This can be used to collect resources, build defensive infrastructure, and even manage the local wildlife. Some resources are extremely volatile, which can come in handy if used correctly. Collecting resources earns us build credits, which can be spent to expand our operation. Okay, with defenses in place, we can move on to our main job. An excavator has been dropped from orbit near a buried artifact. It needs power to work, so we'll push the pipeline across the planet, set up some defenses around the site, and then connect it. Once we bring this thing online, it's going to attract a lot of attention. Here they come. Each Gravhound has a booster rig that lets them move quickly and fluidly around the environment. As the pressure rises, so does our power. Our turrets earn experience in combat, and they can be promoted to more powerful, specialized variants. Throughout each session, we earn reward pods, which contain randomized rewards that increase our combat effectiveness. And if somebody misses a beat, they get a second chance, assuming their friends cooperate. Okay, once we survive the wave, the excavator finally reaches the artifact. Now we just have to get it home. It's too heavy for one Gravhound, so the crew has to work together to get it back, while everything in the world is still trying to kill us. Once we secured the artifact, we can prep the ship for launch.
It shouldn't take too long. This won't go unnoticed.
And this is it. This is when everything that we've built, everything that we've upgraded throughout the session, all of that really matters. Because now we need to hold out for one final wave until the collector is ready to launch.
That's not good.
Once the collector's ready, everyone races to get aboard, and we take off and head back to the mining ship. Once we're back, we'll regroup, spend some time upgrading our stuff, and then choose our next destination. Each session, you'll be exploring different planets, different jobs, different builds, different opportunities for disaster. And that's Gravhounds. Gravhounds is coming to Xbox and PC, and it's available day one with Game Pass.
Well, Fable fans here at Gamescom are flooding to the Xbox booth for a special theatre experience highlighting an early quest in the much anticipated game. And joining me now to bring you guys at home through the demo experience, please welcome Fable game director Ralph Fulton. How are you, Ralph? Great to have you.
Super well, thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm so good, thank you for asking. Having a great time at Gamescom. I'm upset that I haven't been over to the theatre experience just yet, but maybe I can take a little sneak peek now with you.
Absolutely, let's go through it.
Sounds good. Now, set the scene for us. What can we expect to see from the demo?
So, we are going big for Fable this week at Gamescom. We have actually got not one but two demos that we're showing here today, but the one that we're looking at right now is one we're showing in a theatre right here on the Xbox booth, which is a segment from a relatively early quest in the game, and we are bringing together all the disparate bits of Fable that we've been teasing people about for what seems like years now. Right, you're going to see cinematics, you're going to see story, you're going to see choices and consequences, you're going to see combat. That's another big thing that we're talking about here this week and giving some folks hands-on with at Gamescom. And it is all set against the backdrop of the magnificent capital city of Bowerstone. Wow. So we're arriving in Bowerstone, not quite for the first time, but certainly early in the game, and taking in its sights.
Oh, blimey, governor. It looks absolutely delicious. Now, you mentioned we're here at Bowerstone. Talk to us a little bit about maybe this city as well as some of the other ones and how they'll play a role on how the villagers interact or how our character navigates through them.
Absolutely. So Bowerstone, capital of Albion, biggest city in Albion. I think there are some 400 of those 1,000 handcrafted NPCs we've talked about before living right here in the city. 130 houses that you can buy. I think there's about 40 businesses you can buy as well.
Oh my gosh.
So tons and tons to see and do and purchase and get involved with. And obviously that living population is really the sort of beating heart of our game. It's a kind of Greek chorus that reflects the things you do back at you. And it's all about our reputation system. So the things you do build reputation, and these people will absolutely let you know what they think about the things you've done.
Yeah, Philippa just there, mouthing off again. Classic.
They are not backwards and coming forwards when it's about, you know, tell you what they think about the things you've done. They are very opinionated indeed.
Wow.
This guy is actually my husband. That's Elliot.
Ah.
So I've been to Bowerstone before, and we got married. This is where we live. This is a house. All the buildings in the city, and indeed the game, you can go inside. They all have fully realized interiors. The design, the level of detail is just incredible. We live here, Elliot and I, with our daughter Daisy, who's just round the corner here.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to leave our father to deal with that question.
Probably. That's easier. The interior is absolutely gorgeous, Ralph.
Yeah, incredible work from our artists, incredible work from our technicians. A really, really beautiful game, and very varied within Bowerstone. We're going to see a variety of different parts of the city, which will all reflect the different statuses of the people who live here.
Gorgeous. Wow. So whereabouts are we headed off to? What is our hero up to on this journey?
Great. Well, quick story recap. What has brought us here is obviously that terrible event that happened at the start of the game. You'll remember from Dev Direct, I hope that your village was turned to stone, including your grandma. Very sad. You grew up, you have left the village, and you are now looking for the help of the legendary heroes of the Heroes Guild, because Grandma said that if you're ever in trouble, that's where you should go to get some help. We couldn't quite get into the Heroes Guild earlier. We went and got a key from our brother Connor, and now we have used that key to access the Heroes Guild. We're looking for Humphrey the Golden, who you might remember from a trailer we did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We believe he's the guy that can help us save our grandma and our village, and we're about to meet him right now.
Let's find out. Poor grandma.
Indeed.
Again, the interior looks amazing. I love the artwork on the left.
Mother? Can I get a large beer, please? Thank you.
A large beer. Right. This will do.
Oh.
Obviously, you can choose to throw it over him or just hand it over. We've been asking the crowd in the theatre what they think. Just generally throw it over him.
Interesting.
So I think that's what we go for here.
Oh, you took the bloody All right. Hero. Yeah, of course you are.
I need your help.
Now I'm finished. guild's closed.
My nan used to tell stories about you. She
Your
said...
nan? If you're some kind of mega fan, I think I've still got some merch out the back. Got shields with my face on. Sort of tabard things.
She's trapped. They all are. My whole village. There was a woman in red. She could have been a hero or...
You're a hero. You'll work it out.
And what about you? You're being evicted. You gonna tell me what happened?
I mean, I'm not particularly proud of it, but I ran up a few debts. I don't like to talk about that. I reached out to a local sculptor in town, commissioned him to capture my image in Aurora and marble. Anyway, I don't know what I did wrong, but guys wouldn't pay me in the end. I did what anyone would do, and I went down to Ronnie's place.
You lost the Heroes Guild on a bet. It's fine. I'll get it back. And your gold.
You're not listening. I meant what I said. I'm done.
I'm not doing it for you.
Well then, oh Humphrey.
Yeah, they say never meet your heroes, right?
What a letdown.
Yeah, yeah. So we saw a choice there. Obviously, that's not a massive choice in the scheme of things, but it does result in a reputation. Humphrey now thinks you're an arsehole.
What can you do?
It's fair.
Yeah, you throw a beer.
You will have millions of little choices like that, and they will scale up in importance and repercussions throughout the game, culminating right at the end of the game in some really earth-shattering permanent decisions you'll have to make, which will change the face of the world forever.
Okay, wow. I don't know if I'm ready for those. I take a lot of time deciding if I want tea or coffee, so we'll find out about how I get on there. Going back a wee bit of the cutscene we've just seen and the trailer that you mentioned when we introduced Humphrey, where did this idea of the cutaways and the talking heads come from for the interviews within the gameplay? It's so interesting and gives us like a real insight into some of the more important characters. I'm really curious.
It does, and I think it's something that we haven't really seen in video games before. We're super familiar with it, I guess, from like TV. You know, The Office did it, and Parks and Recreation did it, and lots of great shows like that have done it. The interesting thing about this is it actually stems way back from our pre-production phase when we were trying to figure out how to go and shoot cinematics like that. You know, from directing our actors and doing the performance capture and the rendering that's required for hair and eyes and all that kind of good stuff. Really just to prove out that pipeline, we recorded two speeches by two of our actors, which they did to camera, really just because we wanted to study the face and see how it moved and all that kind of good stuff. And we really loved the effect it had, that sort of almost mock interview effect, and it does exactly what you observed there. It gives you an opportunity to see into the mind of the character. They can give some motivation in a much simpler, clearer way than they would in a dialogue normally. And we liked it so much, we asked the question, how can we get this into our game? And we do it in exactly that way, a sort of cutaway within a cinematic, and it just gives you a little more insight, a little more humour from the character. We hope folks will really enjoy it.
Yeah, I certainly will as well, but that's so interesting how it came about, rather than being such a conscious decision from the start.
You'd be surprised how much a video game development works like that.
Oh my gosh. A new hero. Mind if I take notes?
Keep your nose out, mate. Slick Ronnie sent us. She wants all Golden Balls evicted, and we're happy to oblige.
This doesn't need to get violent.
Whoa, giving villains a chance to save themselves? So heroic.
Wrong. Ronnie owns those deeds now. Legally, the guild's hers. So that means you're trespassing.
Get somewhere safe!
Oh no. So we weren't able to talk ourselves out there. Ralph, what are we seeing with the combat here?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what we call style weaving combat, right? And it's an evolution, I think, of the combat that people loved in the original Fable trilogy. It's about strength, skill, and will, which is about weaving between ranged and melee and magical attacks. We hope really seamlessly, really simply, really fluidly, to allow you to choose how you take on any given combat scenario. You know, so the player that we've recorded for this particular video, super skilled at this, knows all the moves, you know, but is also demonstrating just how easy it is to move from one style to another and dispatch the enemies.
Absolutely. Love that little move with the dagger at the end.
Very nice, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm the hero of Bry Hill.
I don't know where that is, but I bet they're proud of having you as the hero.
So, what are you doing here?
Oh, right. I have Mr. Golden's script. It's the first step of my 3-step plan. Write the musical, get Mr. Golden to star in the musical, make Mr. Golden happy again.
So this character, this adorable little child called Billy,
Best of luck with that.
we're describing her as a part-time playwright, full-time orphan. She lives at the orphanage, and she is trying to get Humphrey the Golden to star in a play about his life. The point of showing this quest is to show people exactly what it's going to be like to play a quest, but all our quests are super varied. In the quest after this one, you'll actually take part in that very same musical. So we'll meet Billy again. That's for another day. But something that people can look forward to when they play the game in February when we come out. What we're seeing right now, though, is a very quick glimpse at our skill tree. We're spending a skill point we earned from that last combat encounter on a new spell called Blades, which is great for crowd control. But I'm sure people will be freeze framing and screen capping that screen just to see what else might be contained within.
Yeah, can you give me some tips maybe about how I should build my hero, or what should players focus on with their talents and skills?
So that's a great question. I think honestly the answer that we would always go to is we want you to be the hero you want to be, right? And we've set up this combat system, the way progression works, the way that you'll build skills and new moves and upgrade your weapons is based on how you want to develop as a hero, and I guess also your particular style in combat. You know, so you're not bound by any specific class. You can basically build the loadout that you want. Personally, I'm all about power, so a big hammer, damage dealing spells. There are lots more skilled players than me who use crowd control and teleports and what have you, so it's all about how you want to take on a combat encounter.
Nice. I am impressed by some of the magic we've seen here and earlier in the year as well. I'm excited
pretty,
to get my hands on it.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, so we made it to a tavern, a wee pub. Fine.
You got business with Ronnie or what?
That's right. This is the hangout of
tell me.
The gang.
Me? Tell you.
The Silks? Is it the Silks? I think it's the Silks. We're trying to reclaim the guild deeds which Humphrey lost on a bet. Yes, we're trying to negotiate our way in here. It's the Slicks, of course it's the Slicks.
Any feedback for me,
same
by
letters.
the way? I'm on a work experience placement. If I don't make it here, I've got to slum it with the Oakshire gangs,
Try swearing more, Arsene.
Blimey. I could give it a shitting go. Cheers, hero.
Yeah, fair enough. He doesn't seem like the most confident criminal I've ever come across, our friend Sam, but
I think our advice will stand him in good stead.
I think so too.
I think actually we're going to kill him in just about 45 seconds time, but
spoilers.
That's a little bit of a spoiler, yeah. So this particular challenge you can play any number of ways. When you actually play it in the game, I think in the interest of time, we pay our way through this next particular blockage. But there are different ways you can go and speak to people and find different ways through this locked door.
What?
Amazing.
I'm here to see Ronnie. Good for you.
Boss ain't really taking on new clients right now. You got an appointment.
So yeah, we're cash rich, so we're just going to pay the $2.5 grand.
Easy way. There you go.
Can't you look the other way?
For that amount of coin, I'll look whichever way you tell me to, mate. Why don't you go on through, eh? Make yourself at home, but not too at home. No touching the boss's stuff. She'll be with you shortly.
Sarney, love her name as well. Was
Yes.
someone called Big Bap as well?
Yeah, that was. I think that was another member of the gang.
Ah.
Yeah. It's a good,
Old
it's a good
sandwich
nickname.
pastry, yeah. Could be worse.
So we're looking for the guild deeds, and I guess the likelihood is that they're behind this locked door. But you know, our hero is resourceful. We're gonna pick this lock.
She did give us a wee clue to have a look about. Well, tell us not to, but what are you going to do in this scenario? Not open the locked door?
Exactly.
Oh, I love all the trinkets we've got around here.
Yeah, and
Very pretty.
we don't do it in this video, but there's a lot more to rummage through in this
Gotta get this back to the guild.
in this particular room. But yeah, in the interest of time, we're just going to grab the guild deeds and go.
Yeah. Ralph, I'm really guilty for that. I'll check in every nook and cranny.
I do the same.
Good,
Yeah, yeah.
good.
I think it's good player behavior.
Me too.
Yes.
Thank you. Vindication. I like that.
I had a few too many pints, actually. You smug git. That's quite funny. I tell you what, though, it takes stones robbing from me in my own poorhouse. Humphrey used to be like that, back in the day, before he shit the bed and fell apart. Not that I haven't enjoyed watching the guild slowly bleed out. Well, you're bleeding out next. Now you're speaking my language.
This hero causing you grief, boss.
Nothing you lot can't sort out. Humphrey should have warned you not to fuck with me, hero. Bit late now. Sort them out.
Okay, another wee look at combat, another fracas on our hands here. We spoke about some of the different various combat that we can use for tools, melee, range, etc. How do they complement each other? And Ralph, what's your preferred style? You mentioned that big hammer earlier.
So I love a big hammer.
Yeah.
I think exactly. And like I say, I tend to go for big damage dealing spells, light blades, light fireball. But you can play the game in a bunch of different ways. We actually had somebody playing in hands-on over in our behind closed doors demos today, who absolutely blitzed through it. Incredible skill level. Did it on the highest difficulty level. So our team were sort of standing around applauding. Kind of
Wow.
thing. So you can bring a lot to it. I think one of the things we're trying to show this week with the demos we're doing is that you can come to this with whatever skill level you have, and the game will meet you at it. We have a bunch of different difficulty levels, and also a range of enemies that will challenge you in different ways.
Yeah, that sounds class. Speaking of a range of different enemies, we've got quite a large gentleman here with maybe a different level of threat than our heroes face. What are we seeing?
Yeah, he's a big lad, isn't he? I wouldn't go as far as to say he's like a mini boss or anything like that. He's just a particularly large human enemy, of which we have a bunch. We absolutely do have what we class as mini bosses, really large enemies that are going to give you even more of a challenge than this guy. And then we have proper boss fights as well, as you can imagine, against Isabel, who we met in June in our showcase trailer, and who knows, perhaps against someone else as well. But yeah, this dude is just a really, really large guy with an axe, and as you can see, takes a bit of wearing down, but is ultimately no match for our hero.
Obviously. Oh, absolutely sparked. Oh, shame about that beautiful mustache.
Indeed.
Oh well. Is that Big Bap? He should be called Big Bap.
I wonder if it was Big Bap, actually. We didn't see Sanj there. Hopefully he got away.
Maybe ran away from the criminal afterlife. Well, this looks absolutely stunning. I know I won't be alone in saying that, Ralph, so congrats to you, the team at Playground, everything for Fable. I can't wait to actually get my hands and play. But if there's anything you'd like to share with the folks at home, what are you hoping that they take away from this?
Well, look, I mean, people have been saying to us for ages when we put out a bunch of trailers for this game over the years. People have been saying to us, show us the gameplay, show us the gameplay. That's exactly what we've been doing this year. In June, we showed 30 minutes of our life simulations. Here, we're showing what it's really like to play a game, a quest in our game. This is a genuine quest from our game. And it combines all those things, right? There's conversations, there's choices, there's moral dilemmas, there's freedom, there's combat, there's humor, there's cinematics, there's people from Peep Show. So it's kind of got everything. We're getting a really great reaction from folks in the theatre at Gamescom this week. I hope many more will continue queuing for it tomorrow. And yeah, we're just hoping folks at home enjoyed this sneak peek at the game that we're building.
I hope they did too. I'll be first in queue tomorrow. Ralph, thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for joining us as well. This has been lovely.
Not at all, thank you.
Well, guys, we've had such a great first day here at Gamescom. I hope you've enjoyed it just as much as I have. We've been able to bring you 11 titles coming to Xbox Game Pass, including 2 world premieres and some of the biggest upcoming games like Minecraft Dungeons 2, Gears of War E-Day, and of course, Fable. But this is merely day 1. Tomorrow, day 2 kicks off with the frenetic survival combat of PUBG's latest venture, DeadNet. Plus, you can look forward to more world premieres and exclusive gameplay walkthroughs from the latest titles making a splash here at Gamescom. Before we go though, let's check in with Benny and Charlie.
This is the world of Halo Campaign Evolved, a fitting place to end the day as fans take the fight to the Covenant in this incredible life-sized warthog. Of course, this was just too good not to get a photo of. Right, Charlie?
Yeah, very right there, Benny. So keep it right here and we'll see you all tomorrow. This is Xbox at Gamescom 2026. And Benny, let's go outside! Get him!
You don't even have a driver!